and I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete, well get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me. How'd I turn pain into energy? Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, now I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true. Where everything you want can be yours. If and only if you're willing to work for them. You're willing to hurt for them. But most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop. Life it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what is meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like, when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete, well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me. How'd I turn pain into energy? Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, now I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep a 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no care. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for
Welcome to the place where dreams come true, where everything you want can be yours, if and only if you're willing to work for them, you're willing to hurt for them, but most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what is meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like, when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me, how'd I turn pain into energy. Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, now I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have a spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose a game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true, where everything you want can be yours, if and only if you're willing to work for them, you're willing to hurt for them, but most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what is meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like, when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me, how'd I turn pain into energy. Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, now I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride.
Won't stop going till a player on top know it. Rooftop, penthouse suite. If you really want it, gotta own it. Fly through it, we was at the lowest. Blood, sweat, tears, the components. Riding all year, now's the moment. We are not afraid, we are opponents. Yeah, I'm coming for mine. Yeah, I'm making a play, the game on the line. Yeah, I've been on the grind. Yeah, I jump in the spot, I made it my time. Yeah, look in the sky. Yeah, the stars align, no shade to shine. Can't stop it already. Emotional work and devotion, we put in this time. Look, you won't stop.
The Snapdragon Pro Series powered by Samsung Galaxy is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Monster Energy, and DHL.
As the day 3 arrives, the intensity will rise up even more. As we move on to the round 2 of the challenge season, things will be even more spiced up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Snapdragon Pro Series. But before we move on with the show, we got to give a huge thanks to our sponsors, of course, Snapdragon Elite Gaming. When winning matters the most, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, AI is here, Monster Energy, unleash the beast, and level up your career with DHL. With that being said, it's time to kick off the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome my co-caster, Shai Shanu, and of course, I'm going to be your host and caster, Necro. Now, Shai Shanu, round 2 it is. We're back inside of the Group A.
I mean, I'm getting super excited about what's going to happen because, of course, it could potentially be a time for revenge as well. Maybe if a team from lower bracket moves up first. But yeah, one thing is for sure. The first match that's going to be today, it's going to be super intense. I really want to see some amazing matches, unlike yesterday where we saw 3-0 all the board.
And hey, not just that, we're also going to be witnessing the brackets final today itself inside of the Group A. So that's going to matter quite a lot. We've got the individual group prize pool in front of us of the challenge season. For the first spot, they will be getting $700. Then the second one will be getting $400. The third and the fourth will be getting $200 each.
Yes, and we already have the team that was on the 4th position, that's ESPORTS, and we're going to have a look at the brackets as well to see exactly that. Yesterday, Team Anthem, they defeated ESPORTS in the second game, and then it was TWOB up against itself, where TWOB won in a 3-1 fashion. If I'm not wrong, that's the only match that has basically gone to the 4th map. Otherwise, apart from that, every other match has been a 3-0.
Pretty much, yeah, but we're going to kick things off the rip with Vitality versus Anthem. So it's going to be an interesting match. But you know what? Let's move on forward and look at the schedule to clear the things up even more. Now, Vitality versus Anthem will be the first match being played inside of the round 2. But whoever loses this matchup will move down and face against TWOB.
I mean, that's going to be super intense as well yet again because TWOB, they are out there for blood. They really want the glory back for themselves, and one of the team will be eliminated today on that 3rd position. So it's going to be a race to us to see who is going to reach at the top. But the last grand finals will of course be between the team that wins the first match of today and then the team that wins the second match of today.
So as you mentioned, the finals will definitely happen. It will be the challenge season final itself, and that will matter quite a lot for the teams in the Group A. Vitality has been dominating through. They have been the force to be reckoned with. While on the Group B, of course, it's GODLIKE. Who else it is going to be? GODLIKE, they completely decimated their opponents, but we cannot forget what SICARIOS pulled off yesterday as well. The underdogs came in, striked out I2K from the tournament, which was a stark statement.
I mean, I was not expecting that to happen, and not just me, I believe everyone out there in the community as well might not be expecting that to happen. But yet again, we always love the underdog story, right? I love a few of the lyrics out there for a few songs that also go. We all love the underdog stories because you want to see new teams rise up.
Of course, man.
And in the day one itself, you mentioned that we are on a hunt for a potentially new team out there. So you will never know, SICARIOS could be the one.
I mean, it's like a story, right? And if the story keeps on repeating itself, it's not fun at all.
Yes.
But when you see the new story, majority of the times, things just get even more spiced up, and there's a lot much more interest created. So we just want to see a new story. We want to see an underdog story, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully maybe SICARIOS can definitely astonish every single person, because we already are. As we move on forward with the Vitality roster, of course, Joko, Sams, Burns, Bros, and Vegas is going to be there. Sams' addition in this roster has been crucial.
We have been discussing previously as well how solid Sams has been, because previously back in the DreamHack, yes, the team was doing good, but at the end of the day, majority of that responsibility in the fragging department fell onto the shoulders of Burns and Bros. That's why we named them Burning Bros. But now, with the addition of Sam, it has been perfectly divided between all the players, and Vegas provides a perfect support that a team needs. On with the IGLing of Jokos, this team is looking phenomenal.
We're also seeing them a little bit more aggressive footing, and that's what I love to see. Now, Sam's addition has been super valuable. Now, Sam's, Burns, and Bros, these three guys are the heavy hitting. And you can clearly see in the highlights as well how they've been able to pop off, especially Sam's. You will always see this man in the kill feed.
He just becomes unstoppable whenever he's on those operators, specifically Claw, which he kind of loves to use. It just seems that he knows how to perfectly utilize that weapon and when to utilize that as well. And it's not just one map, it's all across the board. You can put him in the Search and Destroy, you can put him in the Hardpoint or Control. This man is going to pop off.
With Claw, it's all about the positioning.
Yes.
And if you're able to position yourself in the right place at the right time, you will be able to get a lot of kills wrapped up, that's for sure. But in general, now they have three heavy-hitting players, Sams, Burns, and Bros. And if you've noticed one more thing inside of the entire CODM community, there's every single team, there's three players that are supposed to be heavy-hitting in that roster. And right now, Vitality, they've definitely got their third.
going to be super interesting to watch how it's going to pan out for them as well. But at the end of the day, they have to compete with one more team, and that's going to be none other than Team Anthem with Wiz, Starboy, Fallen, Parihar, Cayenne, and of course Karma. A couple of new additions in the form of Karma as well as Parihar, and this team has also been doing pretty well though. Yes, the only matchup that they played was against Su Esports. So yeah, you could say that since Su is a new team, underdog team, it is not that good of a milestone to judge how Anthem has been doing, but today is going to be one of their biggest that they have yet gone across.
Yeah, this will be the biggest test without a doubt. Anthem, they need a strike on top without a doubt, but once again, facing off against Vitality is not going to be that easy. Vitality is one of the heavy-hitting teams. Now, I just want to see a matchup between Vitality and GODLIKE, which will probably happen maybe in the future, but for now, this Anthem versus Vitality is definitely going to be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, you may never know if Anthem actually puts Vitality down in the lower bracket and then TWOB wins against them. Now, anything is possible, and of course, we could clearly see even that's probably the second summit or maybe the only summit that we played in the entire of those group stages, and that was a pretty convincing win for the side of Anthem as well, based on the way they were going in for their rotations. On the other side, Su Esports, yeah, they were facing some troubles, but the reason for that was of course that new addition. I mean, the way Kayan was able to perform along with Parihar, this team is also looking very solid.
I mean, as soon as I found out that Proxy left this lineup, I thought that maybe Anthem can be in a bit of a trouble.
Yep.
But no, instead, Anthem, it does seem like they have found themselves somewhere down line. And I just want to see how the momentum and how the flow is going to be carrying on forward as well. Because if they do lose out against Vitality, which is highly likely, then they will be facing off against TWOB. And I just want to see how the adaptation is going to be looking like. Because Vitality, they're on the aggressive side of things. TWOB, they will be on the defensive side of things. So TWOB, they like to play a little bit more held back. So the adaptation needs to be quick enough, and if you're on the fast-pacing team, then you just need to assert dominance. If you're going to be holding things back too much, then you will just be playing passive and let the opponents understand what exactly your game plan is going to be. But let's move forward and look at the map vetoes, ladies and gentlemen. Off the bat, we're going to kick things off with Hardpoint, of course, and we're going to take off and take off.
I mean, I'm not even surprised by watching this map veto now, because all the teams are super comfortable on the maps of Takeoffs, Hacienda, Firing Range, Meltdown, Raid, of course. But moving on to the control for that map, I'm pretty surprised that this time it's not Crossroad Strike. It was banned out by Vitality, and Standout was banned out by Anthem. So yeah, that's a new thing to see, that teams are not preferring to go for that Crossroad Strike. Maybe one of the reason is because Anthem as well feels pretty comfortable onto that one. And there's this thing about Vitality, right? They always like to play a few of those off picks. I have heard about that you know, this is a team that basically would try and practice on the map of Arsenal and then try to pull it off. So I'm still surprised that we're back again on Takeoff and Hacienda. There's no Arsenal. If I'm not wrong, yeah, it was actually left open, so either of them could have picked it up. It's a fun, again, map veto, pretty standard one that we normally see, and as you mentioned, starting things stay on Takeoff, yeah, we'll probably see pretty close matchup though.
I mean, it's still a pretty basic map veto, right?
Yeah.
Nothing out of the box and nothing out of the ordinary. Raid as well, it's one of the most OG maps. So at this point, you can also call this like the classic grounds. Crossroad Strike is definitely something that can spice things up, but at this point, we've seen too much of that, so it's better that we're seeing Raid once again back inside of the pool. I just want to see now how Anthem is going to be countering the players of Vitality off the bat on Takeoff. It's going to be super tough. We've seen Vitality play off and Takeoff so many times, and they have dismantled their opponents with ease. So this is going to be a tough matchup for them. But now, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for the match predictions. Do let us know in the chat as well. Which team do you guys think will be the one to take this series home? Of course, there's going to be a lot of people rooting for Vitality, but which team do you think will win this?
If I'm being brutally honest, I think so Vitality could potentially take it, and I am going to say it maybe a 3-0. Based on the previous records that have been for the side of Anthem and the way Vitality have upgraded themselves. But what about you?
You remember yesterday we all predicted I2K?
Yeah,
and you saw what happened, right? SICARIOS just completely dismantled I2K. That too with a 3-0 fashion. That was a steamroll. That was a stomp that we saw against one of the most experienced teams in the lobby. But then we've got Vitality this time. I would say, yeah, even I'm going to go with Vitality with a 3-0. I think so. That's what the course is going to be. Anthem, if they face off against TWOB, that might just be a really close matchup. We might just see all 5 maps being played.
I am expecting that to happen. Even in the first series itself, even though I've made a guess that Vitality might take it 3-0 home, I really want to see that full 4-map or at least a 5-map series. Like that's one of the bare minimum wishes of all the casters and all the people in the community out there. You want to see the matchup go as long as possible. Yes, come on, show us that second search and destroy as well. We rarely witness that, and I also love to, cast on the map of Hacienda, so that's going to be the fourth one. So maybe I hope Anthem can take at least one of it away, but yeah, they could pull off a massive upset just like Sicarios did yesterday.
I mean, Sicarios and AUTOBOTZ' matchup was super close, right? In shooting range, in firing range, I mean, we saw that matchup go way too up close and personal. It was way too close. I think it was Meltdown, actually. Yeah, it was Meltdown. Yeah. It went OT after OT after OT. There were so many OTs that at this point we were just waiting. Wait, when is this game going to end? It was just back and forth. It was like a pendulum. The momentum would swing once in the favor of AUTOBOTZ, then the other time it would be in the favor of Sicarios. Yeah, that entire matchup just kept us guessing, and we all were just sitting down and wondering, when is the end going to arrive?
Who is actually going to win this massive search and destroy? They literally played like search and destroy twice on that one entire map because it was a 14-12 at the end of the day. But we always hear the music and we know what time it is.
Exactly. It's time to step inside a Hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen, as we take off with takeoff. And I just want to see how Vitality's adaptations are going to be off the bat against the opponents.
That's going to be the first hard point. Majorly, everyone's going to try to make sure the opponent do not get a lot of points, but some quick trades by the side of Vitality. Yes, some of the answer is there, but yet again, early few points being established by the Vitality themselves. Answer back coming in. Hunter Killer Drone being pulled out so very early on. Now, that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, Switchblade in the hands of the players while Vegas is wielding that weapon. DRH on the side, gets shut down. Objective not yet in the hands. Vitality starting to run away with the points that they're getting, which is really good news. But then still the opponents, they've at least opened their court. So they've got a couple of more points flow in. But Vitality, they're running away with the lead.
You do not want the opponents to take a lot of points onto this one. And yes, this is a 14-pointer. Shotgun in the hand. R9 going to connect. Good shot coming in, but will be dealt with just as quickly. Now, most of the team, they're not trying to take the high ground at all. They're just like brawling it out straight up without any major macro in mind. And that's the thing about the first hard point. It's just always going to be the first hill. 18 and 16 is where we're going to end things off. The second hill is going to be crucial. White being taken by the side of course, Anthem. They'll be spawning on that area, while everyone from Vitality on the very far end towards the back alley.
I mean, hold on. The kill feed is filled with the players of Vitality. They're shutting down the opponents quite with ease. Anthem struggling quite a lot against Vitality so far, at least 18-31. But Anthem still, they've got much more points compared to the players of Vitality. They're winning some of these duels, which are quite essential on the objective itself, and that's keeping them at the top. But then still, another man hits back from Vitality. This time it's going to give a lot of value.
My God. Karma, absolutely insane with that grenade, and that's what you love to see. He tripled it up as well, but Vegas was the one to shut him down. The close spawn is yet again in favor of Vitality, hence they're grabbing those few crucial points. But the scrap time is going to be important as well. The long rotation, shut down yet away. But in the meantime, Wiz as well. Getting a 2K, that's pretty smart and pretty crucial at the meantime, because this gives the opening to try and contest for that scrap time, and the lead still being maintained by the side of Anthem. And this next rotation, yeah, look at that. They're already at the position.
Look at Starboy just popping off in the kill feed. Vegas as well getting a 3K for himself. But then once again, VV striking back in full force. Anthem, they're back in the race. Vitality, they're also struggling. This is way too neck and neck. Vitality did not expect such a close quarter affair off the rip. And Anthem doing a great job just punishing the opponents and all the mistakes and overcommitments they're making.
Good
so
shot.
far, the objective control is now back in the hands of Vitality, so that's good news. At least the equalizer can be found.
Spawn has been flipped up. Both the teams are spawning at pretty awkward places, I'll be honest. And Burns in the meantime with War Machine makes sure that the hill is his, but only for so long as he gets traded by Fallen. A good trade indeed, but still, it's a pretty scrappy one. The money hill is going to be crucial for both the teams, and for now, Anthem is the one that looks in control.
Pretty much. Oh, Annihilator pulled out, and Jokos gets a quick 2K. Two of the big names shut down, Fallen and VV taken out of the contention. That means things should be a little bit more easier well played on that angle hold as well. He knew the man's going to be going for that desperate peek. Purifier in the hands of Vegas. Sam's as well towards the site, moving out. GODLIKE gets compromised, which is completely fine. But then you've still got players like Sam up and alive.
And this next hill, we always know that teams love to play directly inside that area, and that's what's happening. And everyone from the side of Anthem will be going for the contest. This Freddy only got one. I was expecting 2 or 3 from it, but at the end of the day, trade still going in favor for the side of Vitality. Anthem have got a couple of operators that they can use. War Machine is being used out, and they will flood in quickly to take control. Claw as well in the hands, and this should pull off a massive clutch maybe, as again the spam is perfect. Gets 2, and Karma with the claw is also wrapping up everyone else.
It's still close to comfort. Even Bros is able to reply back, and look at Sam's and Bros. This duo once again starting to pop off. Nicely done. Vitality not that far away from the point, and then once again they get their hands on the objective. So now they will be back on the lead. For Anthem, the struggles will now start to continue. If Vitality reach the 3-point marker, Anthem will definitely be quite desperate to at least find something. And what was that? Shuts them down both, and now just tries to move on forward.
That was such a crucial hill for the side of Vitality. They maintain that lead now, and in the meantime, a scrappy fight towards the double stairs. It was being won by Vitality yet again. Anthem still trying to find an opening to get inside that hill. Hunter Killer should probably catch one. No, it actually dodges. Vegas with the Switchblade is just being insane at this point.
Oh no. Even the Crown not able to do a lot in that close range. Of course, the SMG is always going to prevail. The amount of mobility that you can have with the hipfire can really save the day for you. Even DRH on the objective, doing a lot of damage. From the back, it's VV, but even he gets compromised. Vitality's map presence, it's incredible. 97 points. Make that a 3-pointer accumulated by Vitality. Looking pretty tough to be stopped at this point. Anthem, Starboy's trying his best to pop off, but this time, we're not seeing the exact VV that we saw in the first day.
Yeah, he's being shut down so very hard, and in the meantime, this wraparound, look at that player 3 from the blue.
Oh my god!
Bros needed to find more than one, but he gets shut down by Vez himself, but Jokus and Vegas are absolutely there to shut everyone from Anthem and take their hopes away, and this next hill spawn for the side of Anthem.
Important kills, Vitality are getting their hands onto that. They're winning majority of the trades on the site, and that's what matters. Even Bros able to shut down Karma, Fallen able to return back with Bros, so the trades are definitely starting to happen back and forth, but it's still somewhere down line favoring the players of Vitality because they're playing for the objective, they're playing for the bigger picture, not just for the kills.
Oh, that's a brilliant one as well. I was about to say that Anthem had the spawn only till Vitality flipped it, but Bros, he's popping off. He is literally popping off. Vegas as well. He's going to burn everyone alive. A good use of all the operators. And this one choke point should be contested. Equalizer as well in the hands. And this will be used up in the next hill. So the trouble is not over for Anthem.
The man has been incinerating his opponents with the Purifier for such a long time, and no one's able to find that reply. War Machine shut down as well a while ago, and now this DRH in the hands of Joko is once again starting to find some decent value. Looks away at the nick of time and bad timing. That's why he gets capitalized, or else he would have found so much value, but it's okay. Sam's on the site, will single-handedly clear it out. Almost he does. Starboy's there to get the trade back, but it's not really going to matter because him all by himself cannot hold the site. Vegas able to reply back with Starboy, and now Equalizer in the hands of Bros. Will find a quick 2-piece. He gets traded in return, but still those 2 kills were essential.
Got everyone in that rotation, and that gave his team time to grab that hill, but they still need that close spawn control, where currently Anthem are spawning off, specifically player number 3 and 4, that's Starboy as well as Karma, and Karma gets dealt with. It's only Starboy remaining, and it's going to be a scrappy fight, but all of the points are being secured by Vitality because they had a perfect operator usage. Sam's used up his claw as well, and that is going to be another money hill grab by Vitality.
Important kill by Sam's on the objective. That's quite essential. And Sam's, once again, towards the side, he's doing a lot of damage. But Starboy replies back with 2 of his own. Jokos and Vega shut down. Important kills. Burns now. Oswald just exploring some unexplored territories, and even he's getting those kills in his hands. So far, it's quite a tight affair, but Vitality, in the later phase, they started to run away with the lead that was needed. And now Vitality, they're in their comfort zone. They've got the sigh of relief that they can definitely rely on.
Maybe not enough because there are 3 operators available for Anthem, so I'm expecting them to pull it out right now. But in the meantime, it's Sams and Bros to shut one down already. Okay, Cayenne using up his own Annihilator. He needs to go massive onto this one, but all of the people are going to be in the close corners, and it gets dealt with just as quickly as it was finding a couple.
Burns and Bros this time. The duo once again strikes back. The Burning Bros doing such a great job. Jokers as well is able to pop off in a great note. I just love the fact that every single player from Vitality is able to strike up to the mark. This time, Sam's isn't really able to pop off the way he did on day one itself, but it's completely fine when you've got Burning Bros on your side, and even Jokos as the IGL has stepped things up, so it's really important. As long as you're going to have 3 players heavy hitting on your team, that's all that's going to matter. Even Kayan shut down, even Bro's able to find 2K with that Pretty Missile. Look at the amount of damage Bros is able to pull off inside of this game. He's been the main essence, but then Sam's as well, he's providing some impactful frags.
Yeah, he got that 2K in the hill itself, so I was expecting Anthem to get the scrap time, and oh my god, take it away from them. War Machine in the hands of Fizz. It also needs to go massive, but he would probably keep it for the next hill, potentially. No, I said it way too early, and as soon as it's brought in, it's shut down, and Bros was the one with the equalizer to get the value.
The difference is too massive, and at this point, he just can't do anything. Vitality running away with a massive lead, and the opponents now just in a big question mark on what exactly can they do. VV this time not being able to play that wall. That's why Anthem is clearly struggling. VV is being countered over and over again, and this just showcases Vitality knew exactly how to stop VV on takeoff. They're just shutting him down no matter what he tries to pull off. Joko's with a 2-piece as well with the Annihilator. Is just dismantling, annihilating the opponents. 238 points accumulated, not that far away from the victory as well. Even the Sparrow is able to find some value. Starboy is trying his best to fight back till his last breath, but his teammates need to back him up, and that's where things are sort of failing for him.
And even in the next hill now, you can clearly see the advantage is going to be for Vitality. They've got the white spawn, and everyone on the rotation is shutting down all the other players of Anthem, almost trying to spawn trap. And his Bros alone, that man stood up and got 2 important picks. And now that gives the advantage to Vitality yet again. Purifier in the hands. You can't step in from front, and it's done.
Time to get incinerated, baby. This man's been burning the players alive, extra crispy.
Deep fried.
Yeah, with this Purifier, this man has been a menace in the foot of Anthem. But one thing I need to tell you guys, the last time, I'm talking about the day one itself, when we saw Anthem's debut inside of the tournament, VV was the man who was popping off, and I think somewhere down the line, he had the bigger hand in the success as well for the entire Anthem team to win against TWOB. And now that VV isn't able to pop off that wall, it's a big problem.
It's a massive one indeed. I'm not even going to deny that because, yeah, Wiz, that is VV himself. I mean, the man was literally doing everything. He was the one who was, just as you mentioned, top fragging. He was getting all the kills in the rotations, in the hill itself. He was popping off like anything. But this time, yes, I feel that the rest of the players from his team needed to step up. We did see Starboy a couple of times in the kill feed, but not a lot of impactful kills. On the other side, you had Jokos, you even had Vegas for those crucial rotational picks. You had Burning Bros doing everything.
Exactly. I mean, as I mentioned, every single team is supposed to have those 3 players who are supposed to pop off on the maps, right? For Vitality, they had Burning Bros and then even Jokos. And then Sam's was getting some of those crucial picks, which I would say he was like the impact fragger for the team. And he was doing quite a good job too, right? I mean, off the bat, as soon as I saw VV getting picked off so many of the times, him getting countered so perfectly, I knew Anthem is going to be struggling insanely.
Yeah.
And that's what exactly happened. I mean, for Anthem, it was an easy piece of cake against ESPORTS, but the same thing cannot be repeated against a team like Vitality, where things are much more going to be in control and much more tactical.
And even in terms of the operator, we did see Anthem pulling out quite a few, but they got shut down as soon as they brought it out. Even during the P4, if I'm not wrong, I mentioned that the Annihilator needs to go massive, but how are you going to use it when everyone are just going to be inside that building and making a crossfire setup from 3 different angles? It's not so easy to break. You need something like a Sparrow, something like a War Machine to utilize that. And when at the end Anthem pulled out their own War Machine, it was basically shut down instantly by the equalizer.
You know the strong suit about Vitality is? If they've got a plan, they can instantly execute it with the highest success rate.
Yes.
That's what I love. And over here, somewhere down line, they realize that the main key feature that the players of Anthem have is VV. And if you shut them down instantly, the entire Anthem is going to come crashing down. And then later on, after VV, the only man that was popping off in the kill feed, was Starboy. No one else.
Yeah.
Starboy was the only man who was getting multi-kills after multi-kills. The rest of the team was just crumbling down, which is understandable. Anthem was heavily relying on VV himself, but it was not the exact performance that we saw from when he faced off against Zoo, but hey, still a decent performance indeed.
Yeah, I would still though expect them to step things up a little bit more because again in the search and destroy you will have a little more value, but since we have already got the match stats in front of us, you can clearly see Burns, Bros, Jokos, Vegas. I mean, apart from Sam, even Sam's has got 35 kills, dude. Every single one of this team member was popping off.
Yeah, this is crazy. 45, 44, 40. 3 players crossing that 40 mark. And then you've got 35 and 35. So Vitality, every single player on the equal page. Sam's at this point, he cannot even say that he wasn't exactly able to perform the way he did, but he was more sort of like the impact fragger. Yes. He was getting those kills that were really off the essence, and he was really keeping his team high up in that lead too. Now, off the rip when we saw the hard point, things were way too close to comfort. Somewhere down line, it tells me that there's a chance this fighting range can be close enough, but then you're speaking of Vitality, and as I mentioned, if they've got a plan, they're quite quick to execute that with highest rate of success.
Yeah, and this is one of the team which kind of likes to play pretty fast as well onto those search and destroy maps, because most of the team, they take things slow, and everyone out there would also agree with the fact that these days search and destroys, they get kind of come on, do something, because normally what used to happen was that teams would used to play very fast and then they used to collide, also leaving some potential possibilities of a lurk play. Now, since both the teams are deciding to play slow, no one goes for lurk and no one is going for lurk, there's no space created.
For the bigger picture, playing slow is actually a good thing.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a 5v5 tactical game mode. There's a reason why it's called 5v5 tactical game mode. In tactical nature, you need to play a little bit more slow. You need to think through what you're going to be doing, and then you are going to be executing whatever you're thinking. Somewhere down line, for all that process, it takes a long time. But that's not the same case with Vitality, as I mentioned. If they're thinking through a plan, they will execute that quickly enough with the highest rate of success. While if you speak of GODLIKE, which is another great team that this region has to offer, GODLIKE is just full-on W, man.
They don't stop.
Yeah, at this point, I just feel like they've got some sort of like this gun power, and at this time, they have played with each other for such a long duration that they just know how to set each other up for success.
Yeah, and also they've been constantly going in for those scrims. They've been constantly being exposed to all the teams who are basically in the NA region, EU region. They've been practicing with them as well. So it basically levels up your game. Yes, that is one true thing. But for now, Anthem definitely needs to level things up if in case they want to win this SND.
Exactly. Search and destroy on the way, ladies and gentlemen, as we step inside a firing range. Once again, another puggish map, or maybe you can say another classic map. And off the bat, we're going to see Vivi and Karma kick things off on a great note, but then Vegas replies back onto Vivi. That's the sniper down right there, and Vegas with a 2K. You cannot afford kills like that.
Hey, yo, whoa!
Another man was there in the back lines, but the trigger discipline was there for too long, and he will need to pay the price for that. What a rookie mistake that was. He should have went for the shot when he had the clear-cut advantage.
The smoke faded away. That's so unfortunate for the side of Anthem. And yes, he needed to get that shot connected. But look at that one man playing all the way far back. Jokos with the sniper in his hand. If I'm not wrong, that's the Tundra. Almost all the players go in for that. And the main reason is because the quick scoping potential is just so very high.
Yeah.
Burns behind the box. Yeah, nah, that off angle is not going to be expected. And Vegas is the one to provide that support. A good trade as well, but Vegas with indeed a total of, if I'm not wrong, 2K in this last fight, 4K in total.
Tundra, I understand it's the meta.
He had a 5K.
Yeah.
What?
Tundra, I understand it's the meta, but for some reason, there's just something about Locust, man. I don't know. I mean, for me, it just hit the right spot. You know what I'm saying? It's about the feeling. And for Locust, for some reason, I just like that weapon. But you know what? We're gonna get this. We're gonna get the bomb planet on the site. And as you mentioned, off the rip, Wake is starting off with a quick 5K, and now even his teammates able to pop off on quite a great note. It's quite a great news. I mean, in the previous round, I thought that considering the players of Anthem, they started things off in such a spicy note. They were able to get 2 kills instantly in their hands. They should have been one-sided in their way, but no, instead, Vitality, they were quite quick to pull things off. Yeah, you're not supposed to slide in a territory when you do not even exactly know where the opponents are positioned, and he did exactly that mistake.
If I'm not wrong, he basically tried to pull a stun and then moved inside. But again, there's this one perk that almost all the players use wherein you get an immunity from one concussion. And that's exactly the reason why they were not concussed. And even though you get the hit marker, the players are... That was fun to watch, to see that trophy system bounce off the head, but you need to watch the window angle, and Sams does that.
Okay, well, Vitality, yeah, as I mentioned, they're quite quick with the plants as well, bringing in a little bit of variation in the strat this time, hitting the opposite side. The B side's already in the hand, it's fallen into place. For the opponents, to go for the retake, it sounds a little bit too much. Carbon Starboy. Karma needs to pop off here for Starboy. Once again, he needs to get those multi-kills, but can he actually make it happen in Search and Destroy itself? For the players are already positioned for the post plan. They're playing quite cheeky angles. Starboy finds the first man in the front lines, but if he tries to go for the contact, he will be shut down by the other angle, and that's what exactly happens.
It just seems that Vitality are dictating the pace, and again, I mentioned it previously, all the teams like to play slow in S&D, but that's not the case with Vitality. They like to go with a pretty fast pace, and one of the reason is, just as you previously mentioned, if they've got a plan in mind, they're going to execute it, and they are executing it to perfection.
With the least amount of time.
Yeah.
Quickly enough. Oh my god, hold on. He found that spam, but not the kill. So is the damage really going to do anything when you're going to give the opponent enough time to recover? Yeah, the position compromised as well. A really good jiggle that was. Or maybe you can't say the shoulder peek to bait out the shot. Okay, Kayan. Good return. Joko shut down. That's going to give the man advantage in the hands of Anthem. Enough time still left over. 25 seconds on the clock. The sniper needs to find one more pick. If it does, it will be quite important. And now the shotgun pick. What was that? Oof. He just straight up walked into the crossfire of two players. And now even the diffuser is going to go off. But hey, really, is there enough time? Well, I guess there is.
Yeah, bros, he was pretty late in the party. He wanted to go for a wraparound, but could not get back in time. So a good round stolen away by Anthem. And yes, it all started from that one trade by Kayan that you mentioned over towards the wood top, where he got that first pick. Man caught lacking. If I'm not wrong, that was Joku's or Vegas. Either one of those two players.
I like the fact that Vitality are asserting dominance off the rip.
Oh my
god! They're not overcommitting on some of the angles, which is really good. Yeah, the previous round it did not really go the way they wanted to, but they were relying heavily on that lurk, which was quite late. But for now, you speak of the advantage, once again, it swings back in the favor of Vitality. Kayan able to shut down Bros, but is that really going to matter when you've got the man disadvantage inside of the game? And two of the main players have already fallen down. Starboy's still there, so maybe there's a little bit of possibility of coming out on top, but then they keep on dropping man number.
That's yet again just Burns standing up still. 2v2 situation though. Pretty doable, I would say. They've equalized the numbers, and that's what you really want, and those utilities to try and flush some player out, but in the trailer, it's a 1-for-1. Okay. All right, but Burns is there on time.
Good trade. They've got each other's back, and I like that. Vitality, good thinking, good team set plays. They know how to position on these post plants, even though it was just a 2v2. They knew exactly how to cover each other up. And considering the man in the trailer was able to get the first kill, that was really important. If you wouldn't have gotten that kill, Vitality would have lost that. So once again, it's all about trusting your teammates in the process. Sam's getting the first kill, first pick already taken off the bat. And that's not a good news for Anthem at all. Things are now starting to fall down. This defense is just not working out at all. Vitality on the attack. They're just being so assertive, asserting their dominance on top of the players of Anthem, while Anthem just starstruck, standing in their own corners on the site.
Starboy needs to come back on time for that lurk, though. A quick trade going in as well. Anthem team perfectly equalizing all of those numbers. The bomb was down, so Vitality would need to recover it. They would need to pick it up. And in the meantime, they've also sent their own bros for that entire wraparound lurk play. Down to a 2v3 in towards the B. There's still one man out there. Not quite sure what Starboy is doing. But their shotgun needs to go massive. The R9 into the hands of Kayan.
Big plant. Bomb has been planted. Yeah, Bros. Oh my god, Bros.
Mentioned it.
This flank from him finds so much value. And now it's a 3v1.
Oh,
Starboy
doing.
way too far away when he was trying to pull off his own flank, but it's a little bit too late, man. Trophy system destroyed. Starboy position compromised. There's a sniper looking at your ankle. You will get cleared. And Jokos is not a man who's going to miss that shot. Now we're going to be switching sides, ladies and gentlemen.
5-1. And that's the kind of play Vitality are pulling off. Just 2 rounds away from securing the SND map as well and moving forward in this entire series in 2-0 fashion. I mean, I guess the guess that we made is going to go out correct. However, the sniper setup needs to be broken. Rose finds the first pick yet again. A good trade from the side of Starboy. Takes Jokos down, and they could potentially take care of a good plant on towards the A side. But Burns, man, he's always there for the answer.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these Burning Pros, they're really finding some insane value. VV this time with the sniper, able to find a couple of more. So that's going to keep them on the edge a little bit. Vitality on the defense. Yeah, definitely playing quite pushed back, but the man peeks out a little too deep. And this time, Vegas is going to be the one to instantly capitalize on top of that. Locus in his hands, he whips that shot, but it's completely fine when your teammate's right there.
It's not over yet.
It went down to the last 1v1 though, but yeah, it wasn't exactly a 1v1 or 2v1 situation. Good trades happening. And Anthem yet again. They are trying to dictate the pace, but it just clearly seems that they are playing at the pace of Vitality. They just can't seem to break the momentum at all. A couple of trophy systems are going to go out. No aggression coming in towards jungle. There's only one man who needs to go massive whatsoever. Burns trying to find a few shots, but Karma will trade him. Vegas is there for a quick equalizer though.
Important kill from Vegas. Big man taken down. Another sniper in the front. VV, what a quick peek that was. Nicely done. Even the site now starting to get cleared out, but still Vitality. It's a 2v2. Anthem just looking to get the plant down, but can they actually do so? That's the question. There's still a lot of time. It's 1 minute and 19 seconds, and that's enough to get a lot of stuff done.
It's a 2v1 now.
Down, yeah, in the front lines. Not a lot can be secured at this point in time. Still, at least, there's VV alive, so maybe he can pull off a 1v2 clutch, but duels need to be isolated, and I highly doubt Vitality is one of those teams that will be making the rookie mistake like that. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Vitality to close it off in the shooting range, or in the firing range as well, as Vitality, they take this search and destroy in their hands.
You might as well just say it's shooting range, because they were all out there just shooting whatever was in their range.
Shooting is the same thing, so yeah, I mean.
Wanted to make the wordplay there, but yeah. At the end of the day, it's Vitality we're talking about.
Domination.
You knew this was going to happen at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's VV trying to step things up, especially in Hardpoint. It was all VV, in my opinion, from Anthem. But then, still, just one man trying to get something done with the sniper is really not the way to go, right? Sniper's something, at the end of the day, it's going to stay back and provide you that cover. You as an assaulter, or you as someone who's wielding the SMG, you're supposed to get up close and personal and win those duels.
Yes.
But unfortunately, the players that were going for the close quarter duels, they were just not able to come out on top.
I mean, it did feel pretty sad about the fact how Anthem, yes, not being able to secure anything more than one round. Even in the replay, we're going to see the exact same thing. A very high domination of Vitality. And again, we're expecting this team to go toe-to-toe against the sides of GODLIKE. So this is the kind of play that is expected off of them. But on the other side, yeah, I wanted to see some kind of change in the setup from the side of Anthem. Because again, they were playing on the pace of Vitality. And if you're getting caught in the momentum of your opponent, you will be taken down.
Well, I guess Anthem really close to be pushed down to lower brackets and face off against TWOB, where things will be spiced up, definitely. TWOB, they're like the Wounded Lions looking for that revenge. They want to be back up in the upper brackets and face off against Vitality in the finals itself, which will happen soon enough. But this entire affair has been just completely one-sided so far. In Hardpoint at the bat, we thought that maybe still Anthem can't stand a chance, because as soon as in the initial stages of the game started, Anthem was doing quite a great job in winning those duels. But then later on, as time kept passing by, even in the overall Hardpoint, it was Vitality just starting to run away with the lead. It was almost 100 points difference.
Yeah, and one of the main reason of that is, again, in terms of the rotation and how well the operators were being used. Because you always saw sometimes it was, yes, the side of Anthem, which had the preferable spawn. but the spawn is going to do nothing if in case you're not able to hold it for a long time, and Vitality knew exactly that, and we are seeing it again in terms of the map veto as well. The next one is going to be Control. It is on raid, which plays out similar to Hardpoint, but only basically a limited number of lives with a team deathmatch.
Yeah, pretty much. It is going to be like a team deathmatch, and as we mentioned, it almost plays off like Hardpoint. This is what I've been mentioning, right? It almost plays off like Hardpoint, but the only disadvantage is that you've only got 30 lifelines left in your hands, and if you're the first one to run out of those lives, well, then you screwed up. You're pretty much going to be losing that round itself. You will be having 3 chances in total, and if you're not able to pull off anything in those 3 chances, you're donezo. So once again, Control is definitely one of those things that does get me quite excited. But somewhere down the line, we know what the flow is going to be like. We know what the result's going to be like because, yeah, Vitality, they've got the momentum. They're just dominating through, and I don't think there's any stopping now.
As you've been mentioning, they've got the momentum, and every time we see Anthem playing to their pace, they kind of lose out, even in those duels. And of course, in terms of that macros as well. We saw the duels in the Hardpoint. We saw the macro in Search and Destroy. But in the side of Control, now I still feel that there is a slither of hope, that slight glimmer of hope for the side of Anthem. I really want to see them making a comeback. I know that's way too overly optimistic, I believe. But yet again, you know, I'll always like to be the devil's advocate and want to be on the receiving end of the things for certain situations because I want to believe in the side of Anthem.
I mean, you're a believer. I understand, but sometimes, you know, staying with the realistic expectations can be much more better.
Yeah.
Hope is something that's really dangerous if you know something's not going to work out, but you're still hoping for the best. And that can break you as a human being. I mean, that's a little bit of a life advice given by Necro himself. But you know what? The upcoming map of Raid is going to be interesting. As I mentioned, somewhere down the line, we all know what the course of the action is going to be like. We all know what the results it's going to be looking like. Vitality should be able to dominate through, but if Anthem does somehow pull off an upset, it will be a reality check handed out to Vitality, which I highly doubt is going to be happening. Now, once again, keep this thing in mind, right? When you're facing off against one of the best teams in the region itself, there's automatically this pressure that builds up on top of you. And I think so that's the same pressure right now that Anthem are facing. And somewhere down the line, they're cracking under that pressure.
I mean, Anthem is again one of that teams that qualified from the upper bracket itself.
Yeah.
And they haven't had the lower bracket journey. And at the same time, once you look things back towards the DreamHack and how things were happening there, Anthem were not able to close out a series in their favor. So those are the few points that definitely would be haunting them. But at the end of the day, they really need to pull their socks up in this time around, because you mentioned about Vitality getting a reality check, right? We still remember that back in DreamHack, in the lower bracket, it was TWOB who eliminated Vitality in a 3-1 fashion. When everyone made the guess that Vitality will win it out. Now, if that can happen, I am expecting Anthem as well to pull off a miraculous clutch. Maybe that could be the case. Maybe it's again going to be Vitality winning in a 3-0 fashion that we have been making those guesses of. You may never know, but yeah, just as I said, I'm a believer.
But hey, that was all the way back in 2023, and now in present, we're in 2024, and things have definitely changed. Vitality, they 3-0 TWOB on the day one itself, and they pushed them down in the lowest bracket. But as we move on forward with the raid, things are now going to be even more interesting. Vitality, they should be able to win this match quite easily, but you never know. Maybe Anthem, they've got something new lined up.
Something new indeed, and look at the way how Anthem are like making this approach. I mean,
okay, well, the players are now starting to get snuffed out. Oh my god, Joko's with a quick 2-piece with the Locust, able to shut down the players in the front. Another man from the name of Vitality Pros, even he's able to strike down a couple of more players. This is just completely one-sided at this point.
They're getting
Vitality, they're not even dropping down any type of bodies.
They're getting spawn trapped at this point with just 2 players, and that's Sams as well as Bros. Both the player who always pop off, and one of the main reasons for that is the fact that all 5 of the players were inside the point itself. The second tick of progress that was almost completed has been depleted, and they're just welcoming everyone from the side of Anthem on those corners. Nah, this is just a massive mistake from Anthem itself, because you need 1 player for the lurk. You need 2 players in the OBJ, but the rest of the 3 need to create room for those 2 players to stay put. If all 5 will be there, then that wraparound from Vitality, that's perfect. That's brilliant.
The objective now switched over, and I think so somewhere down the line, Anthem knows that they're not able to win these duels, so you might as well try to play for the objective. That's what they're trying to do, but yeah, lifelines are limited, man. and Vitality, they're aiming for your throats. They want to cut you open. And somewhere down the line, they're also doing that quite successfully. Sam's able to shut down Kyan as well. This Locust has been able to deal a lot of damage against the players in the front. Another big pound, and what?
Come on.
That was a big blunder right there. That could have been the best shot to shut down the sniper itself, but yeah, not able to capitalize. And look at the difference in the lifelines as well. It's 20-4. That's a stark difference. You cannot even say that there's a chance to come back at this point. It's done for, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it's control. You can't play it slow. There's no TDM happening. There's no search and destroy happening here. It's literally a TDM. Now that is, I will still say it was a mistake right from the get-go.
It was. But Anthem, I think so they just lost when it comes to the mentality of the game. They know that they're not able to win the duels, so you might as well just try to play for the objective. That's what they're doing, but it's just not working out for them.
And now this full upfront push from Vitality as well, directly towards A. They've left Jokos out for the lurk. Vegas finding the opener along with Bros and Jokos. Yeah, this should potentially be done. They're losing every single duel. Extra bullets to make sure the person stays dead.
They're not even dropping a single body, man. I mean, 30-26. Anthem really struggling to find even one kill. Finally, they do a two-piece. Make that a 3K. 27-26. Hold on. Now it's starting to get real close. Maybe in the second round, things can be a little bit different. But all it takes is that one single loose end. And as soon as that's found by the players of Vitality, it will be abused to the end. And now another man shut down. A good pick from the players of Vitality is really keeping them at the lead. And that too, not just a normal lead, a massive lead that's been taken away by these players. Starpoint fallen, reply back.
They entirely left the A point, so that's understandable. They really want to play in for the B, but Hunter Killer is out in the open and 4 operators are up for Vitality. If Anthem does not take this round, you know it's going to be a 3-0 because there's no way they'll be able to deal with all of those operators out up front, but it's also a life lead, 22 and 18. Claw being pulled out as well, should potentially find a couple of value. That's going to be an equalizer now in the hands of Bros. Will be playing inside that kitchen area, trying to find any lurker that is potentially there. First tick of progress logged in towards the B. A minute and 45 more seconds on the clock that are going to be paused in because the players are there. Sam's is fighting the trade. Anthem have lost their mental.
That's what it seems like. And I think so today we're going to be seeing 2 teams eliminated, right?
Potentially,
One from the lower brackets, and then even from the finals, a team will be eliminated. Oh my god, yeah. 2 big upsets will be seen today, ladies and gentlemen. Either it will be Anthem or TWOB, or maybe even Vitality in the finals. But so far, with how things are looking like, we all know what the result's going to be. One more round left over at this point. Vitality's just going to be stopping through. They're like a unstoppable storm. And they're just moving up, close and personal, because they know they've got the immunity. Joko's able to shut down Kyan. Yeah, the trade's now once again off the rip, starting to happen back and forth. But the Purifier's not going to be incinerating a couple of souls. And yeah, one found, the second one gets taken down as well. A quick 2-piece from the man itself. The Purifier in the hands of Vegas has been a deadly force, and it just keeps on becoming even deadlier. The Purifier able to find so much damage, but the man pulls out the wrong weapon at the wrong time, but he still gets that kill somehow. Anthem, they have lost. The mental is something that matters a lot, and it just feels like the players of Anthem, they've already gave up.
They are getting spawn trapped from 2 different directions, and if one person falls, the second one takes his place and fill in the shoes. That's everyone just winning it. Pretty being used up. The score streak's perfect. On the other side, though, operators now being pulled out. Kyan's Annihilator being shut down as well with the Predator missile. That's again a massive pick for Vitality, though still only a 2 life differential. So they might have overheated a little bit. Anthem can capitalize on the back of it. They just need 1 round, 1 extra lifeline. And they are slowly moving out of the spawn as well towards the B side. So that could potentially be their way. But nah, the shutdown is yet again there.
It indeed is. Joko's with this Locust able to find VV. Starpoint with a quick 2-piece with a good trade in return. Karma shut down towards the objective. Even Sam's able to reply back in a great fashion. But you got to give it to the players of Anthem. In this last round, they're really making it up close and personal. It's 10-11. The scoreline's way too tight. You never know who's going to be the one to come out on top. And the only man who can be the difference maker is the man who's wielding the Locust in his hands. He finds the first connection. The man's quite softened up. Cayenne with the Annihilator able to find
Okay.
a lot of value too. Once again, Vitality in the disadvantage, and it's not looking that great. Anthem with disadvantage can really just course through the opponents quite easily. But what, a lot of shots missed, and it's still going to be the man from Vitality to come out on top. Only a couple of kills needed, 7 more, and that's going to be it.
But I would still say the advantage is in the hands of Vitality. Most of the players are playing at the headshot glitches as well. Claw in the hands of Sams. Just one pick and then he will potentially pull it out. He finds a player. The shots are being fired. Karma gets taken down. There's a shot from back from Kayan connects as well. That's a good 1-for-1 trade. 7-6. But again, the approach needs to be made by the side of Anthem. Another 1-for-1 trade as well. 6v5. It is pretty close to comfort. But Anthem can definitely pull it off. I'm really hoping for that to happen. But Jokos is the one who wants to shut it down.
6-4. A stark difference. But still can be capitalized if played well enough. Patience should be the key, but this Claw is going to be dealing a lot of damage in the hands of Sams. He finds a Duke and then Burns returns back with third. Yeah. Oh my god, a finisher to end things off as well. It's just done for, ladies and gentlemen. The last man falls down as well, and that's going to be it. It will be Vitality with quite a quick 3-0 against Anthem, and that means Anthem is now going to be facing off against TWOB as expected.
Vitality is basically the first team that have confirmed their qualification in the challenge finals. You need the top 2 position, and you have one of that. It's going to be fun to see them. And again, a potential of a godlike and Vitality is going to remain now on top. But at the end of the day, valiant effort from the side of Anthem. I would definitely say, yes, it was a 3-0. We both expected it to be a 3-0. But at least the first and the second series, I can't even say that it was competitive, man. It was Vitality.
It was not. It was not even competitive. Yeah, Vitality just making it look like they were playing a normal public game, let's be honest. But you know what? In 2023, it felt like Vitality's downfall was on the way, especially in DreamHack when we saw Vitality was not able to play that well. Them getting dismantled by TWOB in a 3-1 fashion was a stark statement by TWOB. And it was also one of the biggest upsets that the IGC had seen. And of course, it was something that probably provoked the players of Vitality, and now they're playing so well. Once again, this is the Vitality that we wanted to see from such a long time, and now that we finally got it, I feel like Godlike, they're going to be having a real tough competition.
It's going to be a fun matchup to watch indeed, but here we go. Since we're also seeing in the replay, it's a pretty short-lived replay about between those rounds as well, because most of the time it was just Vitality winning out on those duels. But in that third round, I would still say Anthem, they basically got things way too competitive. You could say it was an overheat from Vitality. They made quite a few mistakes. They were trying to go for the spawn trap, and once their plan failed, they even tried to reinforce it, but not in the perfect way. But the capitalization was there from Anthem.
It was more kind of like Vitality were just letting loose. They knew that they've pretty much got the victory secured in the bag, so you do not really need to do a lot. All you need to do is just play and just farm some more kills. And Vitality, that's what they were trying to do in the end as well. If that finisher really came through, it would have been quite cool.
It would have been cool indeed, but alright. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Sam's again leading the charts. How dare we say that this man was not performing today? It was only off a one-map affair. He's back again in action. Then Burns, Vegas, Jokos, Bros is the one who's basically super down on that leaderboard, but still has got 14 kills, and that's even higher than all the players off the side of Anthem. Now, clearly shows the difference as to how Vitality were playing this entire map and how Anthem were playing this one. They could not move on to the pace of Vitality. That's what I'll say.
I mean, round 1 was a rookie mistake, just going for the points capitalization. That's why you guys got spawn trapped. Of course, round 2, you guys tried to play much more like a classic control game, but even that did not work out because you guys were not able to win the duels. Round 3, Vitality got a little bit complacent considering they knew that they were just steamrolling through and they started to make a lot of mistakes. That's why round 3 went super close. But still, one thing is for sure, Anthem, they've got a lot to improve on.
A lot. And now since they'll be facing TWOB, you know TWOB is out there for vengeance. They are super angry over what happened to them against Vitality, and they'll be just so very ready for that revenge. And if this is the way Anthem were trying to play, they were trying to slow the pace down, I think so the exact same thing is going to happen in the next series as well, because TWOB, if not on equal terms, but they are literally on almost a par position in terms of play style with Vitality, and they will try to make sure that the opponent plays on their pace. So I am potentially seeing the same kind of result for the next series too.
And once again, keep this thing in mind. With how TWOB has been playing, every single player, even from the side of TWOB, is able to rise up to the occasion.
Yes.
While if you speak for Anthem, they're relying heavily on Vivi and Starboy, which sometimes cannot work out, of course, which is understandable. Not every single player can be at the top of his form every single day, and that's why we saw Vivi struggling in the previous couple of matches. Not exactly struggling, he was still there on top of the boards, but not exactly the way we saw him off the bat on day one itself. Now, lower brackets round 2 is going to be there between Anthem and TWOB as mentioned, but you can see the qualified teams already on the right side of things, which is going to be Vitality. This will be an interesting matchup, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever wins between Anthem or TWOB will move up once again against Vitality to try and give it a second shot.
A revenge made in heaven. That's what we're going to term it now. It's going to be fun to watch. And yes, I've already mentioned it. This group is basically a group of death where you've got 3 solid teams and only 2 of them will qualify. Vitality, one of them, you mentioned about it. And the winner of this lower bracket matchup will be the second team that qualifies for the challenge final. So it's now or never for not just Anthem but also for TWOB. So this matchup is something that no one would want to miss.
Of course, TWOB is one of those teams that likes to play a little bit more held back. Anthem on the opposite side, sometimes if they know that the opponent's playing a little bit too passive, they would like to assert their dominance. But now that Anthem's mental isn't really going to be at the right mind, at the right place, I want to see how TWOB is probably going to be adapting to that. Once again, for Anthem, this will be another adaptation curve that they need to pull off. The players, we've seen them perform in the past. Yeah, a little bit of change and tweaks in the lineup should not exactly affect their core play style, but somewhere down line, Anthem is not able to perform that well, which is, of course, something that we saw even last year, but the improvement is something that we expected too.
Yeah, I would still say that there was a certain level of improvement based on the game that they played against ESPORTS. But again,
I mean, it's ESPORTS. They're the underdogs, right?
Yeah,
they're
true.
new over here on the block, so you cannot even exactly say if you're going to be dominating against the underdogs themselves, then can you really call yourself that you have improved out on a lot of things? The only time when we can say that you've actually improved is dominating against some of the known teams in the pro circuit.
True.
And let's see how things are going to be looking like against TWOB. As I mentioned, now for Anthem to get things back in control, get their mental back in check will be really tough. They need to channel all their energy on this upcoming matchup against TWOB. And if they fail off against TWOB in a 3-0 fashion, then once again, Anthem needs to go back and do some VOD reviews.
Not just VOD reviews, they would have to check back their basics as well. Because again, one of the few important places that you can really utilize your micros is the fact how well you get that spawn control, how well you realize when to spawn trap your enemy, and of course how to find those power positions, because you really want to play in headshot glitches wherein only your head is visible so that the opponent could not strike down those body shots, and it becomes really difficult for them. Most of the players, they already do that. TWOB does that. Vitality does that. For Anthem, yes, there were certain plays that I did see them not utilizing the power position but directly moving forward in front, and that was one of the reasons why they were being punished. But yet again, it's just what happened in the previous match. There's still one more series for them and one more chance for finals.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, for now it's time to toss to a short break, but after this short break will be a matchup between TWOB and Anthem.
You're willing to hurt for him, but most of all, you're willing to be first for him. Ha. Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'm a work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my work. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me, how'd I turn pain into energy. Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually when it stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, now I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true, where everything you want can be yours, if and only if you're willing to work for them, you're willing to hurt for them, but most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Ha, yeah, I'm a work. Through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Ha, yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them. That when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them. And only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete, well get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Ha, yeah, I'm a work. Through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Ha, yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me. How'd I turn pain into energy? Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true. Where everything you want can be yours. If and only if you're willing to work for them. You're willing to hurt for them. But most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me, how'd I turn pain into energy. Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually when it stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true. Where everything you want can be yours. If and only if you're willing to work for them. You're willing to hurt for them. But most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'm a work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what is meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'm a work through the struggle and hurt.
The Snapdragon Pro Series powered by Samsung Galaxy is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Monster Energy, and DHL.
After a quick upper bracket game, now it's time to get down and dirty in the lower brackets, where TWOB will be facing off against Anthem, and it will be a spiced up matchup as well. But before we move on towards that matchup, we would really like to give a huge thanks to our sponsors. Of course, Snapdragon Elite Gaming, when winning matters the most. Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, AI is here, Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and level up your career with DHL. With that being said, I'm going to be a host and caster for the day, and of course, John alongside with me on the panel is going to be Shai Shanu for this second series as well. Now, as I mentioned, it's time to get down and dirty in the lower brackets, where TWOB will be facing off against Anthem, and we will be finding out another team which will be eliminated from this competition.
And yes, we will also find the second finalist as well, which will eventually be qualified for the challenge final. So I'm pretty excited for that matchup already. And at the same time, I really want to see how Anthem's preparation would be looking like for this matchup. Yes, against Vitality, it just seemed that Vitality were the one who were way too much prepared. But now I am looking forward for Anthem to bring in those micro adjustments in the game style.
We wouldn't even exactly say Vitality was prepared. It was just the classic Vitality that we saw, right? And Vitality being able to come out on top, it's something we all expected. But TWOB over here, things will be a little bit different. I'm expecting a little bit of a close quarter affair, but I still think so TWOB will have the upper hand.
It is potentially true. Yes, TWOB should have the upper hand, and maximum this series, which I am expecting, is it's going to go to a 3-1 and nothing more than that. Normally, once you will ask for my prediction, I'm giving it out early. I think so it's going to be a 3-0 yet in favor of TWOB. I'll tell you the reason. Against Suyo Esports, it was still a pretty close matchup between Anthem and Suyo Esports, and TWOB demolished them. Demolished them.
That is true. Suyo Esports could stand no chance against the players of TWOB. So once again, TWOB is another one of those teams that is like the Wounded Lion, as I mentioned. And of course, they're quite the experienced team. They pack a massive punch. And speaking of TWOB so much, let's move on forward and look at their roster. You've got Extinct, Master, Ignite, Zyro, and Abyss. All the players, we've seen them in the past as well. We know what they're capable of. A slow and tactical team now facing off against Anthem, who are still looking forward to figure the stuff out.
If I'm not wrong, it was Master or Extinct. I possibly think Master who got that 61 kill on the Hardpoint map against Sui Esports, and that's the highest kill count that we have seen till now in this series. So, of course, I'd be looking forward for the performance from that guy, and also Abyss, Zyro, Ignite, and you know that this team, again, in terms of the firepower, there's always at least 3 of them who are going to step up. Apart from the matchup against Vitality, you can clearly see that Vitality outplayed TWOB in that one. But after that, in that lower bracket, when push came to the show, and that was the time when TWOB, they were like, all right, dude, it's time to let all hell break loose.
I mean, that's about TWOB, but then their opponents right now, they're not going to be at their fullest potential, in my opinion, because their mental is not going to be working to the best spot possible, because they have just been demolished completely in a quick fashion by Vitality, and it's something that might just be a tough pill to swallow. But as we move on forward towards the Anthem roster, things will be, of course, quite interesting too, because we've seen these players play in the past as well. They've got a 6-man lineup, we've got a 6-man lineup in front of us. Are we going to be seeing any switch-ups, you think, of the playing 5?
I was about to ask you the same question, but I don't think so. We will see any kind of switch-up, because yet again, we were seeing the main people who were trying to perform. Karma, yes, he was there up in at least top 2. Even Wiz, that's Vivi, he was also doing a pretty solid job as well. But just doing a solid job is not enough now. You need to do a lot of heavy lifting. And I mean, I don't think so they're going to try and bring in any kind of sub at this point, because, of course, they will try to play with as much comfort as possible. Because even though this series is going to be pressurizing, you need to win the matchup if in case you want to move forward in the finals, as well as confirm your qualifications for the challenge finals itself. I think so they try to go for their comfort.
As you mentioned, just a solid performance isn't really going to cut it. You need an outstanding performance, and that's what the players of Anthem need to put up. But as I mentioned, now they all need to just challenge their focus or channel their focus on the upcoming matchup with TWOB. If that's not going to be the case, if their mental is going to be completely distracted by the first matchup, which is highly likely to happen, things will not fall in their court at all. But you know what? It's time for the icebreaker, ladies and gentlemen. Move on and look at the map video and which maps are going to be played off the bat. It's going to be Takeoff, picked up by TWOB, and then Meltdown will be the second map in Search and Destroy, and then Crossroad Strikes once again back in the pick.
TWOB don't really like to play on the map of Arsenal. It's an off-map pick after all. So with the veto that it's looking like, it does seem to be the case where TWOB would potentially try to end it in a 3-0 itself. But if in case we see any one map going in favor of Anthem, if they're able to steal away either Meltdown or even Crossroad Strike, I will expect this series to go for a full 5 mapper, because Slums and Arsenal, they're both yet again quite the off picks, which we don't normally see being picked up so much. And of course, there would even be a lot of those headshot areas where you could play every single power position that you love to be at. But at the end of the day, I would really like to see the preparation from both of these teams.
But once again, those are the maps for the later, right?
Yeah, true.
The first 3 maps is something that my focus was on. Crossroad Strikes might just be the decider, but you never know what the course is going to be like. Maybe the Takeoff can be stolen away by Anthem. Maybe the entire Search and Destroy can be stolen away by the players of Anthem, where Meltdown can actually go in their way. But ladies and gentlemen, do let us know in the comment section down below, or even in the chat down below, which team do you guys think will be the one to take this home, this entire lower bracket matchup, because whoever loses will be eliminated directly from the tournament.
True, and it's basically about the qualification as well as for the survival at the same time. So it's going to be fun, but we've asked the audience, who do you think will be the one to survive?
I don't think so that's even a question. It's of course going to be TWOB. They have got so much experience. They're also performing quite consistently well. And I think so the same thing is of course going to be moving on forward as well inside of this matchup. But you never know. You never know. Anthem, they have defeated Sui Esports. TWOB defeated Sui Esports in quite a dominating fashion. So as I mentioned, in Search and Destroy, anything can happen on Meltdown.
Agreed. Because it's Meltdown after all. We always see. And this is a kind of map where teams like to play slow. Seeing how Anthem was trying to play in the previous series itself, if in case they've got that attacker side on the map of Meltdown, I think so they can try and dictate the pace in their own favor, get a few extra rounds on that one, and then potentially they would be able to steal it away. And that again is going to be all on the basis of potential. We'll be heading things on takeoff. I mean, we're going to take off on takeoff. That's your tagline. I'm going to use it every single time. You know that we always hear that music in the background. But right before we jump into it, I would still like to mention a couple of points. That it is a map that is, I think, is going to favor TWOB themselves.
Yep, without a doubt.
They are super solid on that rotation, and they basically know every single corner of this map.
I mean, it is their pick. So, of course, we expect that map to prefer by the side of players of TWOB, of course, and sort of give them the advantage as well.
Yes.
And it is picked by them, considering, of course, they have been able to perform quite nicely, so they had the upper hand in going for the picks. So TWOB, in general, they should be able to kick things off on a great note. As I expected, Hardpoint will be in their way, but then in Meltdown, anything can happen. Anthem might just steal it away. Maybe we will probably see quite a close and a tight-knit affair. There's a lot of speculations that can be happening, ladies and gentlemen, but do let us know which team do you guys think will be winning and in what fashion. Will it be a 3-1? Will it be all 5 mappers? Anything can happen.
I think so. It could potentially be a 3-0, but all right, make a guess. Make a random guess.
I think so. It's going to be a 3-0.
Oh, 3-0. We're basically on the same page, just like in the previous series. We were on the same page for Vitality. So your guess is going to be that Vitality and TWOB are going to qualify for the Challenge Finals from this group. But, all right, we saw the games of teams yesterday as well in Group Number B. Who do you think will qualify from there apart from GODLIKE?
I mean... Man, it's a really tough question, man. You know what? It's a really tough question because even AUTOBOTZ have been looking quite solid.
SICARIOS.
So, yeah, even SICARIOS have been looking quite solid. It's a really tough question to answer. You know what? I will just let the future decide that.
That's quite a good slide. That's quite a good slide.
I mean, Group B is not right now. We're casting Group A games, my friend. So
true.
you know what? When we're in Group B, we'll see how things will pan out over there. But for now, it's time to move inside of Hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen. Team Anthem versus TWOB, where we all think that TWOB should have the upper hand advantage off the bat in Hardpoint itself because Takeoff was picked by TWOB themselves.
Yes, and indeed, the first one hell quietly being contested. Extinks have brought in the sniper. Oh my goodness. So that's a pretty solid and a bold move being brought in. A good firing shot, but oh my goodness, it's Wiz who wins out on top. Ignite, yes, that mistake is going to trouble him for a few seconds at least.
Without a doubt, with this Fnac in the hand too, is trying to pull something crazy off.
Oh, Extinks!
Ball in his hands. TWOB so far, they've got the main objective control, and that's all that's going to matter. Extinks with a quick 2 pieces, ball able to shut down the players in the front lines. TWOB off the bat, they're getting so many of these firefights in their court. Takeoff is really well planned and well thought out by the players of TWOB, and this slow and steady approach so far is working out quite well. TWOB, it does feel like they're playing this aggressive, but they're actually playing this quite tactically. They're holding the points down. They're waiting for the right moment to strike, and as soon as they're finding that, they're striking down the players.
Yes, they've also swapped up the Swan, so that's basically them making sure that they've got the control of the second hill too, and at least they'll be close by, but a few trades from Starboy and Fallen should eventually help them to take control of that hill faster than the side of TWOB because they will still be spawning in. And again, Karma and Kayan are the ones who are moving forward with those picks, but at the end of the day, it's still Abyss trying to break free.
This is not good. Ignite and Extinks once again, just making sure that the opponents are going to be dropping down on the floor. 30 points accumulated so far, and still the points flows back in their hands. And the objective control is still there too. It's still established in the hands of TWOB. TWOB are really making it quite clinical, but still, the players of Anthem, some are down line. These scrappy fights as well sometimes are actually going in their favor. Slowly and steadily, the trades are now starting to happen back and forth where we think that Anthem might just stand a chance, but then Ignite and Abyss, they hit back with a 1-2.
Stadium control being maintained for now by Master, will be taken down by Starboy. That was a crucial fight to try and spawn trap the players of Anthem, but no, that's not going to happen. Far away spawn, Abyss actually gets one with a nade and doubles it up as well. Extinct follows him, but Wiz is there for an answer, making sure that the hill control is maintained. Anthem slowly closing things out and will eventually get the last few seconds of scrap as well. TWOB already going in for the rotation towards P3. Money Hill is where they're going to utilize most of their operators. Abyss has got his Extincts as well, and they've got the back alley spawn as well. That's what you need for this one. This hill should go for TWOB.
Oh my god, Extinks, Ignite, these two guys, and then even Master in the mix. They're able to just dismantle the players of Anthem, and Anthem somewhere down line. Even inside of this game, it just feels like all their hopes and dreams might just come crashing down. It's not a good news at all, and once again, Extinct and Ignite, they're just hitting back. Extinct gets straightened out, so that's a good news. Even Kine able to reply back. Sparrow being pulled out as well in the mix by Starboy, and he's able to get some decent value accumulated, but still 60 points accumulated by TWOB. It's still keeping them over the edge.
Both the teams using their operators, and it's Master to come out on top. A beautiful trade yet again. Cayenne tries to take control of the upper red. The arm being blown out. Ignite making sure that he's got the control of the hill. 1-for-1 trade comes in. There's still an Annihilator left to be used. Maybe they're going to try and use the next one, but yes, it's 76 and 42.
Yeah.
Last 5 seconds of scrap for Anthem.
Not that far away from making it to the three-pointer. All they need is 100 points accumulated on the board, and right there will be Anthem's mental break. And it will be really hard to deal with that entire scenario. When the opponents have too much of a tough lead to be countered, it will be way too tough on their mental once again. And just look at the way TWOB have been able to just sort of manipulate these fights in their favor. It's quite nice. TWOB, as we mentioned, this is one of those teams that likes to think through a lot of their decisions. And so far, with the way things are, it's working out well for them. Equalizer able to find a 3K. Even the EMP's activated right now.
Yeah, that Hunter Killer did not find any value, but alright, the Claw will. He gets a 3-piece of his own. Zyro, what a perfect way to pull it out. Equalizer up close and personal. That's where you really want to be at. Ignite gets taken down by side from Fizz, but does not matter. All the points were taken by TWOB. Will be reaching at 110 mark. The hill is being contested, and Karma finds some quick trades for their own side, and this last second of scrap again is going for Anthem. But look at the lead. Look at the cushion that TWOB has created for themselves.
Exactly. The cushion is something that matters. 60 to 110, 61, 62, slowly and steadily even Anthem now starting to get back in the groove of things. But as I mentioned, when it will be a three-pointer on the board, things will be quite skeptical on the side of Anthem. We won't exactly know, will the mental be in the right place or not? But Starboy, once again, he's trying his best to hit back the opponents. Abyss and Extinct's now starting to hit back. Abyss gets traded out instantly. But still, Starboy on the side. He's there on the objective, trying to get the points flow back in his team's hand. And so far, they've gone so. TWOB, all they need to do is convert a couple of more fight, manipulate those fight in their favor, and that's it. 150-point marker is not that far away for TWOB.
That is true, but for now, the hill was being controlled by Anthem. They were getting a few crucial picks, but Extincts was the one to try and deny at least a few important seconds of scrap. And at the other side, you will be seeing those rotations come in. They're trying to go in for that wraparound as well from the ticket booth itself. That player number 3 in blue needs to go big. Abyss gets one. And he can't double it up as well. He had the Sparrow. It's ready for the next hill already. So now TWOB should potentially have the advantage. But the white spawn is for Anthem. And they will be moving forward there quickly. Ticket booth is where TWOB will be spawning. And the stadium control is also going to be crucial. And that's what Ignite, Master and Zyro are making sure of.
Exactly. TWOB so far, they have got the momentum in their hand. And they're just swinging and striking the opponents left, right, and center. Anthem, of course, they're doing a great job in some of these firefights, but what matters is the objective control, and that's where TWOB are running away with the control. Once again, from the back line, there's a little bit of a lurk, but is that really going to matter when TWOB's feeling themselves in that great of a fashion? Players on the sides being shut down slowly and steadily. War Machine pulled out as well by Extincts. It's not able to find a lot of value, but at least those suppressive shots is something that's keeping the players of TWOB a little bit more in check. And now TWOB looking for to assert some more dominance. I like the fact that they're also playing some of these tight angles.
Yeah, that is true. Master has not used the Annihilator, as well as Abyss has got his own Sparrow. They're waiting for the next hill, for the money hill to try and use them. And that is where I think so in terms of macro, TWOB might potentially win, because they've got the last few seconds of scrap, and both the players, specifically Extincts as well as Karma, will be trying to play in for that spawn. That's a good pick. Starboy, he's basically made sure that this hill stays for Anthem. He started with a 3-piece, ended with a 2.
Anthem, they haven't even touched the three-pointer marker just yet. 99 points accumulated. Not that far away, though.
Good rotation.
100's going to be on the way. There we go. Finally, they have touched that. And now Anthem, this might just be a bit of a sigh of relief that they needed. Not that far away. Once again, from 152. But still, for TWOB, they need to keep on maintaining this constant lead that they've got so far. Equalizer is there in the hands as well. It's able to find some more value. Not able to shut down a couple of players. Even Master with this growl is dishing out a lot of damage. And whoever stands against him is just falling apart. 3 more players from the side of Anthem able to reply back, but is that really enough when the players of TWOB single-handedly are getting some of these multi-kills?
Master and Ignite, I mean, these two players emptied the entire side. Even though they did not have the perfect spawn, they were still able to manipulate it, worked out perfectly. And they're going to get those last 10 seconds of scrap without any major contest. That was an important fight. Kyan wins it out.
173, not that far away from 200 as well, ladies and gentlemen. TWOB with a massive lead against the players of Anthem. It's something that we all saw coming as well. Ignite pulls out the pistol, still gets that kill against VV, and keeps the domination continuing. Garo in his hands gets shut down in a while. Annihilator is able to annihilate the opponents. Karma on VV shut down. Yeah, the trade's there, but it's a little bit too late. Equalizer in the hands of Fallen. He's able to find some damage. But how much more? He needs to at least find a couple of more to keep his team back in track.
And he gets it.
And he gets it. Yes, 2 more actually on the point itself. That's really going to matter. Those are some massive kills that he's gotten for his team, and he's still alive. He hasn't dropped down yet.
Starboy jumps in as well to the action, making sure that he gets a 3-piece of his own. And this hill is again going to be remained as contested. Some back and forth raids. Abyss got one, but that's about it. Yet again, it's going to be Anthem getting the last 20 seconds of scrap. It's about time TWOB decide to go in for the rotation, but no, still want to go in for the contest. They're trying to go in for that wraparound page. It's going to be trades going in favor of Master. They get a couple, but that's not enough as the War Machine is now being pulled out from Biz himself, and he makes sure to wrap everyone up from Abyss side as well as TWOB.
War Machine on the objective, of course, has been able to dish a lot of damage. And the amount of impact he found as well was quite crucial. VV with 2K to close it off with the War Machine is quite important. 155, 186 points accumulated in the hands of TWOB. Still, Anthem, the comeback is possible. It's not that big of a lead that TWOB has, but still, it's a constant lead being maintained by TWOB, and it's just keeping them over the edge. Even War Machine pulled out. The Predator Missile able to find 1 kill. It's not enough, but still, at least that's a little bit of damage that's needed. At this point, Anthem is desperate. They need to get anything done that they can. Extinct and Ignite once again starting to head back like a duo. This duo needs to be shut down, and look at what am I seeing. Ignite on the objective. There's a man right next to him as well. Not a lot of time left as well. Something needs to be done as quick as possible.
Yeah, they're just trying to deny the points, and then again, Karma was caught out in that open area, and that's going to give a few extra seconds of scrap to the side of TWOB. This needed to be a point denial hill, but it has become a money hill for TWOB, and they've been making sure that they are getting even more scrap time. It's going to be Wiz winning out that crucial duel against Abyss. He'll be moving forward to deny a few extra points, but Equalizer in the hands of Ignite, that could potentially be massive for the next hill.
Indeed, it can be. I mean, look at Master. This man with the crowd has been a menace.
Oh my goodness.
He's been the insane playmaker for the players of TWOB. This crowd in the hands of Master is now like a deadly combo. It needs to be stolen away, or either just shut down Master. VV, the win condition for Anthem. Master, the win condition for TWOB. And Master is able to just excel in all the categories that he's supposed to. Another crowd in the hands of Starboy. Starboy gets instantly dealt with. Annihilator as well in the hands of Master. EMP activated as well. There was the Equalizer, but not a lot of value being found with that. But the Annihilator definitely annihilates a lot of the enemies. And a 2-piece from the Predator Missile. That's a massive one. Anthem.
And also the claw.
Yeah, Anthem have been decimated. It's done for. Even the Sparrow being pulled out by a fist. Now nothing can be done. It's done, ladies and gentlemen. 250 points accumulated by TWOB, and they close it off against the players of Anthem. Off the rip, they've got the hardpoint contested, and now it's time to move on towards Search and Destroy.
That was such a crazy game. I mentioned that the Equalizer would be of a great value, and that is what opened up that hill for the side of TWOB. And then, just to double things up, they had the Annihilator in place towards the stadium, and they had the Claw to back up the Equalizer if in case it fell, because the white spawn was again for the side of course, Anthem. They were spawning there. They had a few seconds of invincibility left, and that's why the Equalizer was shut down. But then again, that crossfire with the Annihilator as well as with the Claw, they just closed things out. And a cherry on top was, of course, that Sparrow. That was such a perfect hill for TWOB. What a way to make a comeback.
I mean, once again, in the end, though, the amount of kills some of these players of TWOB were able to wrap up single-handedly was insane. Even the Predator Missile able to find one, and then later on, a couple of these Predator skills as well were able to do so much damage. We saw Equalizer pulled out. We saw Annihilator pulled out. Everyone on the objective was getting demolished from Anthem. And at this point, yeah, I mean, Hardpoint somewhere down line. It was supposed to be the map pick of TWOB, and of course they dominated as expected. But now as we do move on towards Meltdown, Anthem might just have a advantage considering it is their map pick.
I'm expecting that to happen as well, and not just because it is their map pick, but also because of the fact that how they were also being able to win a few of those crucial gunfights. We did see a lot of players step up. We did see Wiz step up. We also saw Starboy getting those crucial picks, and somewhere in between the line, we were also seeing Karma getting those crucial finishes whenever his team needed him to. And let's be brutally honest, until and unless TWOB reached that 180-point mark, before that, it was looking so very competitive because every single hill, I believe 20 to 30 points were being taken by TWOB, but the last 10-15 seconds of scrap was always being won by Anthem.
I mean, Anthem, I wouldn't exactly say that Firefight is lacking. Of course, it is not. There's a reason why they have made it so far inside of the tournament. It's all about making those micro plays with the help of your team. And that's where TWOB was sort of choking the players of Anthem. Starboy, he's trying his best to keep his team on the top, and you can clearly see in the scoreboard as well. He's got 37 kills, and Cayenne as the second fragger, he's got 34. Of course, even Fallen not that far behind, he's got 33. But VV this time not able to pop off, and I think so somewhere down line, even that plays a crucial role.
Even Karma, right? Yeah, you could clearly see he did get a few crucial picks in the starting few fights, but in towards that mid and late game, then the second or the third rotation began for those hills. That's where he started to just entirely fall off. If I'm not wrong, it was the second half of those second rotations in the hills. On the other side, it was pure consistency from TWOB, and not just by one player, it was by every player. Because look at the number of difference between the man who had the most kills as well as the man who had the lowest kills. 42 the highest, 38 the lowest, 37 the lowest by abyss. I mean, that's literally just 5 kill difference.
It just feels like moving inside a lower bracket has sort of done something to the players of TWOB, and now they're able to perform well equally on the same page. Every single person is able to pop off. They're looking in form, but now if you do move on towards the side of Vitality, even they have been able to perform even better than what we saw on day one itself against TWOB, because definitely some of those micro plays from Vitality, they seemed a little bit more refined today, especially inside Search and Destroy. They just completely demolished the opponents. Anthem is not an easy team to be taken down that easily, but still, with the way Vitality took them down, it just seemed like an easy piece of cake. But now as we do move on inside of this matchup, of course, to Meltdown, as I mentioned, Anthem is supposed to have the advantage on paper, but of course, Meltdown is one of the OG maps, and TWOB as well. They have played it time and time again. Somewhere down line, even they have probably done the research on the opponents.
True. I mean, not just a little bit of a research, but a lot of it, because you would want your opponents to be uncomfortable and not just have a little bit of jitters, because they would be able to shake it off. Anthem, of course, is one of those top 8 teams that have made it till the challenge season itself. So, as you previously mentioned, this team does not lack the firepower. It just lacks some crucial decision makings in those important moments where we normally saw TWOB in the previous one focusing on that macro play a lot, getting that spawn control, trying to get that spawn trap, and then together as 5-man team they went forward to take control of the hills and everything. Anthem on the other side, they were still kind of a little bit relying on that individual prowess, right? And once you move to the search and destroy, you know for a fact that you only have got 1 life in each round. And if your star player gets taken down, that is the time for the players who are on the lower end of the spectrum to step up.
I mean, here we go though, ladies and gentlemen. Time to step inside a search and destroy, as Meltdown is going to be there. Of course, on the defending side of things, you're going to have the players of Anthem, and on the attacking side of things, it will be TWOB.
It's going to be super fun to watch indeed. I wanted to see Anthem to be on that attacking side to try and dictate the pace, but their comfort side is the defense for the starting. So, of course, they'll be trying to hold the angles. Master wanted to make a nasty play, but gets struck by Cayenne's R9.
Yeah.
And I mean, in that underpass, if you basically have a shotgun, you're going to just one-tap the opponents.
Yeah, the shotgun is low-key annoying. I mean, imagine there's a man just sitting in the corner waiting for you to walk inside that doorway. All it takes is one pump and you're done.
You know, wait till you meet a player who uses KRM to do the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen him in the past. But yeah, I mean, they moved down in the lower bracket, so...
That is true. Oh, that's a nice nade.
Beautiful stuff. Abyss able to find one of the players. That is an important pick indeed. It's still a 3v4 though. Anthem, they've got the man advantage. I like the fact that Anthem are playing this one quite disciplined. They're not really overcommitting, not really getting too overeager or too overconfident. But this also gives the players of TWOB to wrap their heads around and exactly know what the players of Anthem are trying to do, and that's what they're doing. They've moved all the way to the opposite site. They've got the site control. Even the bomb's going to be planted. Too much time granted to the players of TWOB to work around.
And look at the amount of space they've taken away, but slowly moving backwards as well towards the pipe. They still have a base up close. That's a good shot by Extinct though. Kayan has been taken down. That's flank taken care of, and everyone else will be wrapped up as well. Starboy was good for one, but this post plant was phenomenal from TWOB, and this gets them their first round. Such a slow hit, and it's exactly as you mentioned. Not being very proactive around the map, it also gives your opponent enough time to wrap their heads around and figure out where your opponents could potentially be or where your team could potentially also be. And since that was such a slow round, on the back of that, this time it's going to be a very pacey hit towards the A, and the read is entirely opposite by Anthem. They were ready for a pacey B hit. And then this plant has gone down. And look at the man in number 5 yellow, Zyro, on that lurk. He should potentially get 1 if not 2.
I mean, we'll find out.
That's a good smoke though.
I mean, the site's already in the control of TWOB. And the post-plant situations are looking quite nice. Shotgun at close, and Personal was able to find Kayan, but then an instant trade comes in too. But in the retake, you need every single player alive. Tundra in the hand, he needs to find this quick scope, and he does so as well! What? A 2K return back from the player. Turns around, slaps him in the face, but yeah, still, it's a round being closed out by the players of Anthem, but it was way too close for comfort. Oh my god. That turnaround and the flick to the chest was insane.
I would still say it was a little too overzealous of Master, where he jumped forward trying to fight the players who were coming in from mid. Now that's why I feel he could have stayed a little bit backwards and could have potentially played for one of his teammates to take the trade if in case he did fail. Because in the position he was, there was absolutely no chance of trade. He went in 1-for-1, but Wiz this time, make sure it's a 1-for-0 in favor of Anthem. That's a good start. But it will be the plant going down just as quickly. Let's see if TWOB actually are able to defend this post plant or not.
Good question.
The start does seem to be that way. Zyro has taken one down, but he might not know the player jumping forward from the right. And yes, that's Kayan winning it out. Gets the shorty right up close and personal to the sniper and finishes him off. 4v3.
Hey, BB's still alive, so that's a good news.
Tundra in the hand as well.
Yep.
Oh, Master and Abyss. What? What?
It's done for. Oh my god, hold on.
Maybe.
Still, he can bring things back in his team's court, but no, instead. Yeah. Well, a big choke coming up, actually, from the side of Anthem, where they had the massive advantage, but they still somehow messed up on things. And it is a bit of a problem now, considering if Anthem's not able to do anything in the upcoming rounds, then this single round that they lost in the previous one, it's really going to haunt them.
Because they would really want things to be equalized. Now, normally we have seen previously back in the DreamHack as well, if I'm not wrong, TWOB likes to go for that A rush. This time around, they're going in towards the B. That too, sending a couple of players from mid. 1-for-1 trade. Starboy finding the equalizer, but he will be taken down in that side. He was in a one and an angle. And that headshot position was finished off as well. Now that's going to be a post plant yet again. And we know TWOB's post plant towards this site has been pretty phenomenal.
Anthem, with that previous choke, I don't think so they're going to be looking that good when it comes to the overall mentality inside of this round, but at least they're winning some of these major duels, which is really important for them.
Good
the
shot.
Shotgun, oh my god, the fight was desperately needed to be won, and now the sniper in the hands of Extincts. Can he actually try and close it off and save the day for his team?
10 seconds.
It is the shotgun in the front, as you mentioned. Not a lot of time left over. Even the defender's going to be super desperate to take it home. 5 seconds left over. Will this defuse come through?
Nope.
Yep.
Way too late.
It's too late.
That is way too late. TWOB buying enough time, but this should give some confidence back to Anthem because they were able to win out in those trades at the end of the day.
Not really. I mean, yeah, as I mentioned in the past in Hardpoint 2, they do have the firepower, and they're winning these rounds on the back of that firepower. But over there, the main objective is to just get the rounds in the hand, right?
Yes.
Because in this 5v5
my
tactical
God.
shooters, there's no economy that can actually punish you. You will still have the guns every single round, so it's not just like the other games. So, yeah, even just by doing damage to the opponents is really not going to mean a lot. Round wins is something that matters over here. And as long as you get the round win, that's all that matters. And that's why TWOB is still at the top. And they have still got the momentum. I don't think so it's going to be giving any type of a mental peace to these players.
Basically slowed the hit
Okay,
down. Good
nicely
shot
done.
by Karma.
Yeah. That headshot peak was quite
Okay.
nice. Starboy able to strike down another man too. Hold on. Don't be too happy. They have choked a 2-on-4 before. The same thing can repeat itself.
All right, good
TWOB
trade.
able to find one more. It's a 2v2. Anything can happen. Way too up close for comfort.
Look at the area being taken by Extinx. He knows everything. Oh my god, he's gonna get this pick.
Okay, important one. It's a 2-on-1 now. All Extinx needs to do is wait for the right time to strike and play with his teammate. Reunite and play for the traits, and that's what they're gonna do.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful.
A plant coming through while the defender's still just completely guessing on exactly where the plant might come through. He's still playing quite pushed back and laid back, but he still doesn't exactly know if there's a man holding some lurk line somewhere. And that's why you can see Karma. Right now, Karma just fighting so many demons in his head. But what he doesn't know, the players have already reunited and playing together, which is one of the most mature options that TWOB could have pulled out. And I respect
The
that.
timing? He could have a timing. No, spotted. Few shots being fired. He connects it. Important one as well. Zyro's been taken down. Still does not know the position of the second. He goes for the shots and wins it. Karma, that's beautiful.
Winning rounds on such a heroic potential can be good to uplift the team's morale and confidence, but still it's something you cannot rely on over and over again. So Anthem, they need to win rounds on the back of the teamwork much more.
I would agree over that fact, 100%. But yeah, there's still a few points that I think so Anthem were able to do good. That was playing on the back of each other's traits, at least in the starting few fights. Oh, this is so very messy.
My
A
God,
full,
what am I watching?
yeah, that's a full push down in the mid, and it has been punished brutally.
Okay, well, for
Nah.
TWOB, they just won every single duel that they took in mid as well. I'm not exactly sure why Anthem tried to do that, man. And now we're going to be switching the sides as well. Anthem, you guys were playing so well when you guys were playing defensive and passive. But then you just try to pull something like that off. I understand you guys just want to bring the variety and the pace, but it's really not going to work out. And now TWOB's going to be on the defending side of things, and we know TWOB, they've always been good on their defense.
Impeccable, if I may. But all right, that's a good opener from Viz. He gets one. Karma as well, following it up. But Master is there with the shotgun.
Yeah.
All right, Karma is there. Finishes him off too.
Trades.
My goodness.
Yeah, they're just neutralizing the threats over and over again. And once again, the overcommitment to the back. And Zyro shuts him down, and Ignite as well to get the closure done. Such a big rookie mistake being made by the players of Anthem. Why do you need to overcommit? You've got the site control. All you need to do is just play for the post plant. But Anthem, instead, they got a little too overeager.
Just feels so very sad seeing them make some good plays in the starting and then make some mistakes which basically TWOB are punishing. You can't expect TWOB to let go of all those mistakes. But alright, that's only one round. Okay. IN gets welcomed by Ignite in the boiler room.
Oh
and
my
Abyss,
God.
the awareness.
Got caught taking a nap. That's all I can say. He just got caught taking a nap. He did not even react in time. He did not even try to fight back. Shotgun in the hand, and yeah, at this time he doesn't even have it anymore. Tundra in the back lines. VV, he's got his hands onto that. I'm not exactly sure how safe this angle is going to be playing out to be. A man in the front lines. Good patience showcased onto that shot. Takes it, finds the kill. Another man in the front lines, but unfortunately misses him, and that's where Zyro gets the advantage. Okay, well, one more round needed now to get the closure. As I mentioned, TWOB, they have been solid on their defense. some of these choke rounds that Anthem pulled off on their defending side is now really starting to sting them. Imagine if they would have gotten those extra 2 rounds in their hands. Things would have been completely different. They would have still had a fighting chance.
They got 1 round against the sides of Vitality. It's 2 against TWOB. Yeah, that's pretty hard, harsh, everything. They should potentially get the plant down maybe, but they want to clear some spaces, and no way Master just does that. No way. There is just no way.
Yeah, at this point, TWOB, they're just disrespecting the players of Anthem, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Even Search and Destroy has been taken over by the players of TWOB. It was quite a quick one. Once again, a 2-0 in the series so far. Anthem, they're just getting starstruck. They're just getting completely devoured by anyone that they're facing at this point. And this time in the lower brackets, it's going to be TWOB to take them out. One more map is left inside of the series, which will be Crossroad Strikes on Control. And somewhere down line with TWOB, how they're able to win some of these gunfights on the back of the team play, I think so the same affair or the same calling will be on Control as well.
Highly possible. I mean, yeah, that map kinda plays out like, of course, the Hardpoint. Yeah, there are a few extra steps in Control itself with the spawn trap, with also that life count which you can play against. But at the end of the day, teams generally like to play it like a team deathmatch. They like to play to spawn trap their opponent and get as many picks as possible, getting those power positions, those headshot angles as well, just making sure their body is not being revealed too much, and also on the other side of the spectrum, forcing their opponents to play in their tune. Now that's where we always see Anthem facing problems, and that's what happened even in this one. Slow rounds, Anthem were getting it, but as soon as they themselves tried to switch pace, we're going to see that in the replay as well of how brutally they got mowed down in mid.
Exactly. I mean, the shotgun is able to find a lot of value, I'm not going to lie, in the hands of Kayan, but just initially. After that, things were just falling apart. And as we do move on towards the match stats as well, you can see Karma with 9 kills, Kayan with 5, yeah. I mean, not a lot of impact, but then just look at the opposition. It's Master with 11, and the rest of the players not that far behind. Equal bloods on both the sides, but still a little bit more consistency being seen by TWOB.
Now here's the thing, that yeah, there might not be a humongous skill difference between these teams, but in terms of the rounds that were taken away, it was 7-2. That was a massive difference, yes. And one of the main reason is because, again, we did see some trades going in favor of Anthem, but the round was still being secured by TWOB, especially the one in which the bomb detonated. Now, we know that all the fights were being won by Anthem, but yet again, their main job was to buy enough time, right? And they did that. And this is probably one of the first times that we've actually seen the bomb detonate right from DreamHack. I might be wrong. It might be second or max to max third time, but we don't usually see that happen. Mostly teams that just try to finish their opponents off.
I mean, that got way too tactical. But what else are you going to expect when you're looking at a game of TWOB and Anthem as well, where Anthem is struggling to adapt and TWOB is one of the most defensive teams that this entire region has to offer. And sometimes it's okay to believe that the best defense is supposed to be the best defense. It is okay to believe that. TWOB definitely can make it come true if they are able to give a tough challenge to Vitality in the upcoming series. I assume this one will be taken home by TWOB itself because, yeah, in general, they're just proving the players unparalleled in all the aspects.
I mean, that's what we are going to expect. We made our guesses as well. We made our predictions. It's going to be a 3-0 in favor of TWOB. And yesterday, they dropped one map against ESPORTS. But after that, they just looked flawless. And specifically talking about Control, which will be up next. Again, it's going to be on the map of Crossroad Strike, if I'm not wrong. You know that it's going to be phenomenal gameplay from TWOB yet again, where they'll try to spawn trap their opponents. And if in case Anthem are able to break through it, if in case TWOB overheat like Vitality, that is a point where I think Anthem will be able to make a comeback.
Crossroad Strikes is going to be the map, and we've seen this map over and over again so many times inside of this entire tournament. Once again, we will be seeing that between TWOB and Anthem.
True.
And I would say TWOB is much more comfortable on this map as well. So for Anthem, I don't know what they can do when it comes to the adaptability, because at this point, teams, they just tend to play Control like Hardpoint, man. They just try to go for the kills, and that's it. They do not even care about the objective. So for Anthem to win the duels is going to be off the essence.
Their main idea would be to spawn trap. That's the main thing, yeah. And
Of
that's kind of what happens in Hardpoint, wherein you try to manipulate the spawns in your favor, and in Control as well. That's potentially what you try. You try to manipulate your opponent's spawn in your favor.
Yeah, just try to hold the chokeholds, right?
Yes.
And let the players just funnel in from that same direction. And that's what, of course, TWOB will try to do, and that's what Anthem needs to do to even stand a chance. But if Anthem plays this safe and sound in the backlines, it will be a big problem. Anthem, they try to do something like that against Vitality as well, which did not work out. Absolutely did not work out. And if they try to pull something like that once again against TWOB too, I highly doubt it's going to work out once again.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult, yes. And at the same time, Anthem, as much as they themselves need to try and spawn trap TWOB, they first need to figure out how to break through the spawn trap that they will be facing against those members. Because even previously, we did see TWOB playing in towards that heaven position, and they tried to make sure that all the players of Sui Esports were being pinched in a certain area, specifically towards the containers as well as towards the back of the crane. TWOB had one of their players to make sure that everyone is just going to be spawning towards containers, and as soon as they move out, those after a few seconds they're going to lose their invincibility, and they had the players in a crossfire setup. Now they will try to pull that again. If Anthem has done the VOD review, they should be able to break through it.
I mean, once again, that's way too for the other picture. Right now, they need to figure out how to win these gunfights.
Yeah, true.
That's been a big problem because, as I mentioned, these trade game from the side of TWOB, it's been phenomenal. They've got each other's back in such a great fashion. Even the snipers able to find so much value. And once again, considering it's going to be the map of Control, I assume we're going to see another sniper on the board. And that's who we're in Crossroad strikes. Of course, in the outskirts, the sniper can find a lot of value for yourself. Maybe, yeah, in there, you will need SMGs. But then, still in the outskirts, you are going to be going for the long-range duel. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to step inside of Crossroad strikes.
It's yet again going to be the side of TWOB. Blue, you will be seeing the side of Anthem on the red.
Okay!
My goodness.
Quick scope, off the rip. TWOB starting things off with quite a fiery note. So many kills on the kill feed, and what am I watching? Extincts, this man's on fire. Someone stop him. Ignite as well in the back lines. Even Zyro in the front able to find some type of value. It's 23-24, still not that far behind. Anthem, they're making this look quite competitive, but TWOB, somewhere down line, they just get a couple of these multi-kills, and that's really keeping them in the advantageous side of things. 21-21 though, still. Anthem, they're doing a great job in neutralizing the threat.
Yeah, and also the clock has been stopped if you look at it. 1 minute and 3 seconds. That's going to be mid-control established by Starboy, Fallen, Viz, all of them getting those trades. It's 16 and 18. Now Anthem are the one who are winning it, and they will be locking in the second tick of progress towards the A. Now TWOB are in trouble because they are losing those lives. They need to win out on those trades. Zyro is the one to start things off, and they need the mid-control first, which was not being established. Yet again towards the bridge, we will be seeing the members of Anthem. They'll be taking that control, and Crane is not where you can try and spawn trap from. A good read from Anthem.
Pretty much. Abyss able to strike down Fallen as well, but this Starboy once again replies back. Karma with a quick two-piece. Some essential kills being found by Karma. Once again, trying to keep his team back in the race. And what just happened, Anthem? It's such a big advantage. TWOB, this is now sort of a reality check being handed out to them. Maybe TWOB, they just got a little bit too complacent inside of the matchup, considering they knew that somewhere down line, this is going to be an easy piece of cake for them. But hold on, TWOB, out of nowhere, it's a big wave of fights being won by the players of TWOB, and now it's a 4-8. If the comeback is still possible, but TWOB, they need to play this super defensive.
I don't think so.
3 on 7. Yeah, now it's a little bit too one-sided.
Exactly. There's still a couple of spawns remaining for Anthem. The shotgun not finding the value. He needed to get a couple of kills on the back of it. A good shot by Ignite. Master as well wins it. A 2v4. Wait a second. Now it's definitely doable. 1v3.
It is doable.
It might not happen. He did not have the HP for that.
Yeah, it just blows up.
That's a good round from Anthem.
Stuff. Yeah, Anthem, they've got the first round, but now I think the TWOB should be woken up as well. The Beasts need to wake up from the slumber, considering TWOB, they might have gone a little bit too overconfident with how this entire series was playing out for them. So now maybe TWOB will try to play this as like their main play style, like how they like to play it.
Could be that case, but yet again, look at how Anthem are trying to dictate the pace, because the mid control is super important in this map, and that's the only way you can make sure that your opponents are taken down, and that's what I was talking about. They took control of bridge, moved forward, and now are ready to spawn trap their opponents playing inside of the fire. And that's going to be another spray down coming in. Extinct and Abyss, Master, everyone winning on their trades. It's just as you mentioned.
I told you. Now they're going to be waking up. They were way too overconfident. They were going for some of these peaks that was not exactly needed as well. And now you can see it's 27-19.
War Machine.
Yeah, War Machine pulled out, even it's doing so much damage, 16-27. That's now a stark statement, a stark difference between the score lines too. Anthem starting to get completely demolished and dismantled, but hold on. Maybe VV and Starboy can bring them back in the race. 16-23, and now they're not even dropping a single body. Even a 2K being found with the Pretty Missile. Extincts once again keeping his team on the lead. A third found as well with that quick scope. Important kills in the hands of TWOB, 21-12. It's a big difference between the score.
Sparrow available for Starboy, but the question is, does he want to use it right now? The team is in the lead, so might be preparing for the next run and playing from the containers, trying to spawn trap the opponents. Needs to be taken care of. Brings out the Sparrow, gets one, gets two as well, and this man is not stopping. Manhandling the entire TWOB alone, 15-8.
Yeah, the Sparrow was doing so much damage. Starboy, important kills taken away. Of course, he made a lot of impact, but then it's 13-6. Now make it 13-5. Yeah, not a lot can be done. TWOB now starting to really face the brunt here. They're really struggling a lot inside of the games. 13-5, make that 13-4. TWOB not even dropping a single body after that. Even the sniper's able to find so much value. Zyro returns back with one. Yeah, a couple of kills here and there as well from Anthem, but is that really going to matter when it's 1-11? It's next to impossible to be pulled off. Yeah, the man in the outskirts is dealing a lot of damage, but TWOB, they're going for some of these solo peaks. Another one in the front. Okay, hold on. VV dishing out a lot of damage. Still just playing around the corners, and he's now starting to get wrapped up from the back. Is quite low, and that's it.
He will stay alive, but the objectives were taken by TWOB. That's one of the reasons why a couple of players went in for the solo peaks. It's totally fine when you've got so many lives to throw away. Securing the first one, but now this defense needs to come in place. Both the teams on the attack looked phenomenal. Mid control needs to be established. A good shot from Master to start things off and takes the heaven control just as quickly as this round began. Finds the second. No! Up close and personal fight. Fallen is the one who wins it out. Back and forth trade yet again. Starboy on the outside, making sure that towards the tank, he is the one who maintains that control. And it is going to be the side of Anthem. Trying to lock in the first tick of progress towards fire. Back and forth trades yet again. Extincts with the sniper. Works his magic.
Rough luck. Really rough luck. Abyss on the side itself, on the objective, able to shut down Cayenne. Even Karma's there in the back lines, taking down Extincts. Yeah, trades starting to happen back and forth, but out of nowhere, once again, it's going to be Anthem on the lead when it comes to the scoreline. And that's not looking too solid, man. Anthem on the lead now. TWOB looking quite desperate, but at least for now, things have been neutralized and capitalized upon. Equalizer in the hands of Ignite. It's able to find 2K. Ignite is still alive, by the way, in the game with the Equalizer, and as long as that weapon's going to be in his hands, it's going to be making that big start.
Oh my goodness.
And yes, he gets a 5K with that gun.
And on the back of it, now they've got the life advantage. They've also stopped the third tick of progress that was being made on towards the A. Now this is problem for Anthem because they were relying to make sure that they're going to get that extra 60 seconds to play on the back of it. Yet 12 versus 11. Not a lot of lives to work with. Back and forth trades. 11v9. Shotgun in the hand. Fallen desperate to find a pick, and he will finally find it. But only before Abyss is the one on the outside, making sure that he gets all the kills for his team. Zyro now doubles it up.
Yeah, now it's a big difference. 9-5. Still can be capitalized if these 5 players know exactly how to isolate their tools against the opponents, as you mentioned. Good job done. Hold on, 7-4, still doable. Not that far away, but then Extincts and Master, once again, they reply back in a great fashion.
Okay.
This combo's been able to play quite well. Kind of able to shut down both of the players too, but then Abyss once again there with the return, with the trade. It's a 2v5, too much to ask for. Zyro shuts down VV, and now it's all down to Karma. A 1v5, can he pull it off? I don't think so.
Nah, that's not happening. His position is noted, and that grenade will do the trick. Great one indeed. Another round going in for the TWOB side. If I'm not wrong, they discovered that lineup of the grenade yesterday. But alright, that's something that we'll talk about that later in the podcast segment, as this next round is a desperate one indeed for the side of Anthem, and they are on the defense side. Top system taken care of, not a lot of operators to work with. Sparrow being used up from the side of Abyss, needs to go big, and he has basically gets 2 with it, and now wants to try and find as many as possible. Will be shut down from that long range. And some quick trades as well from the side of Anthem, with the War Machine being pulled out by VV. You know that Viz is going to be super impressive with that.
lot of stuff just happening back and forth. But now, as you do talk about how Ignite is going to be playing this one off, I mean, he does find one with that pretty missile. Starboy taken down, even the sniper once again in the hands of Extinct, able to deal a lot of damage. Kaya shut down as well. It's 22-22, still way too up close for comfort, but TWOB, they have made the comeback happen once in the past. Probably they can't pull it off once again. 19-22, not that far behind. Anthem, they cannot let any ends loose.
They've got to tie all of them up. First take of progress was only logged in towards the A.
Oh, no, not good. Here we go.
Starboy, yet again, he was finding a value with Sparrow, but finally gets taken down as well. On the other side, Master with the grab vortex gun finishes Karma off.
Hold on, 13-16. This is way too close for comfort. Still the advantage in the hands of Anthem. That is quite important. Anthem winning some of these duels. I mean, somewhere down the line, we knew that Anthem is quite good when it comes to the firepower as well. It's all about implementing the team play with the firepower. Now look at the kill feed. Anthem all across the board. TWOB just crashing down. 8-15. Not that far behind. Still, it is doable. TWOB, they need to pull a rabbit out of the hat inside of this round itself if they do want to find the closure, but it might just be too much to ask for. Make that 12-8. Yeah, well, make that 6-12 now. The distance is quite stark. Even Master able to find a couple of more with the Annihilator. Can this clutch be pulled off? It's too much to ask for. Starboy's going huge. Master with this Annihilator is able to find a lot of value. Another foul too. Master, hold on, he's doing a lot of damage. Maybe this can't be doable as well. Master, if he finds 2 more with this Annihilator, that just can't be it.
He's got Hunter Killer. That could potentially work for his side. But that's going to be the question. 3 more seconds. They need to lock in the progress at one side. And that's 2 seconds to work with 1v5. Way too much to ask for. And that is it.
It's done for.
Good round from Anthem.
2-2 in the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. Anthem, this comeback is quite nice. Who would have expected Control to go this close for comfort when we saw a complete domination in the first 2 maps? Yeah, well, TWOB really struggling inside of Control. Something needs to be tied up here. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, but TWOB, man, these firefights being lost out. Now they have pulled out some of the operator skills to give them the early game advantage, and of course, they have gotten that. But it's not that big of an advantage that they can work on. The backup Ignite with 2K, with the equalizer, 26-24. Anthem not that far behind.
Ready. Finds one. That's about it. Not a lot of value on the back of it, yet they've still got a decent amount of life advantage. Back and forth trades coming in. The sniper also finding some value. And it's Zyro who will be maintaining the control towards tires, forcing everyone on Anthem to spawn towards containers. And they will be forced to flush out towards the B side, but they can get the rotation in. This player number 2 in blue needs to go massive. Master gets 1, but not the second. Answer back from Fallen as well. Back and forth yet again. We go 20-16. That's the advantage TWOB were looking for, but a gun swap comes in and Kyan finds the value.
Oh no, big problems on both the sides. Sometimes both of these teams are choking some of the firefights that they're not supposed to choke. And now the Shotgun's really able to find a lot of value. Shotguns have been a big difference maker inside of this entire Control so far in Crossroad strikes. And really the Shotgun's been able to pop off in quite a great fashion. TWOB 14-9. They've still got a massive advantage that they need to work on the back of.
10 seconds.
All they need to do is just play for their trade. Starboy able to find that trade against Abyss. Even Fallen able to reply back with 1. Zyro, Extincts, and Ignite able to strike back at the same time. Extincts with the sniper too. Shuts down Vivi. But the trades are just happening back and forth. The snipers capitalized, but it's a 3-9. It's done for, ladies and gentlemen. It's TWOB to close off the series with a 3-0 fashion, but still, Control was way too close for comfort. This should not have been the entire course.
That is the Anthem that we were waiting for. That's what I'm going to say. That was the Anthem we hoped to see early on today. Early on in the series and in those early fights. Even against Vitality, had they played like this, they would have been able to at least get 1 map. But alas, that's not the case, and kudos to TWOB. Even though they lost 2 rounds in Control, they were able to pull that off. And
1
again,
map might just be too much to ask for, but at least a couple of rounds.
Yeah, true.
In Control, they would have definitely gotten that. Anthem, I like the fact that they adapted quickly enough. They realized that TWOB, they are playing a little bit more pushback and laid back. Especially that sniper was doing a lot of damage because they were not able to hunt it down initially. But then later on, as soon as they realized that as soon as you shut down the sniper in the outskirts, the entire TWOB is just open. They're like an open book, and all you need to do is just read them. And as soon as the sniper was getting shut down majority of the times, the first round was taken over by them. The second round instantly adapted and implemented by the players of TWOB. But in the third one, Anthem once again made it super close. and they came out on top. But in general, it was just TWOB to close off the series.
This was one of the most entertaining maps that we've seen till now in this evening, I'll be honest. Going in 2-2, neck to neck, that's what you love to see from these teams because you know their potential is immaculate. And at the end, I would say the operator usage from both the sides, insane. And the small gap between TWOB was the fact that, as you mentioned, there was one sniper. It was also finding the value, but at the same time, there were a couple of people going in a little bit too aggressive and who were being picked off time after time because Anthem read TWOB.
Even the Sparrow was able to find a decent amount of value, especially, I think so, it was Ignite who was playing with the Equalizer. He found a 5K with that gun, man. That was insane. I think it was in the second round too. Ignite being able to find that 5K was really important. Yeah, this is right here. Even before this entire highlight, he was able to get two more. So, yeah, I mean, Ignite popped off. That 5K right there gave TWOB that 5 respawn advantage.
They were the ones who were basically trailing at that point. So, yes, it was one of the most crucial equalizer. And if I'm not wrong, it is one of the most literally broken operators that you can use. It's super fun, but here's the fact. You cannot go long range with equalizer, but if it's a close range fight, you are going to demolish your opponents, and that is exactly why Ignite was always running up close and personal to them.
Of course, man. I mean, the TTK on that weapon is insane.
Yes.
But then you move on forward and look at the match stats, of course. Extincts with 34. Zyro there too. Ignite not that far behind with 27. Look at the opposition side of things. Even these guys are not that away from the overall stats because, of course, even Anthem was able to reply back. They were able to hit back in a good fashion.
30, 29, 29, 22. Only Karma with 17 facing some jitters, some problems, but Starboy, Fallen, Wiz, Cayenne, all of them stepping up crucially for their team. And that's what we've been mentioning, that individual performance, yes, it's going to get you to this distance, but if you want to cross this one last hurdle, then you need full team performing on a next level.
And TWOB, for them, all the pieces have been falling at the right place.
Yes.
And that's why they have pretty much won that. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, TWOB, considering they won their lower bracket matchup, once again, they're going to move back up. They're going to make the comeback in the brackets, and they have made it to the bracket finals. This is where things will be spiced up as they face off against Vitality in the upcoming matchup. Anything can happen because definitely one thing is for sure, we have seen a stark improvement even from TWOB, but Vitality, they are on that flawless streak to victory. Let's move forward and look at the brackets to clear things off a little bit more. And as you can see, the qualified teams right in front of you, Vitality and TWOB, the GSL bracket finals will be happening soon.
It is today. It's not tomorrow. It's not day after tomorrow. It is today itself. So Vitality and TWOB. Again, a match made in heaven. I always love to see these teams duke it out against each other, face off against each other. It's super fun to watch out. And as we have a look at the schedule as well, Vitality 3-0'd Anthem, and then TWOB 3-0'd Anthem yet again. So it's going to be the grand finals between both Vitality and TWOB. But these are the two teams that have qualified from Group A. So their main aim, that was to be qualified for Challenge Finals. That is completed. Now they'll only duke it out for that $700 prize pool.
Vitality versus TWOB. Once again, it happens. The last time when we saw this all the way back in 2023, TWOB was the one to shut down Vitality. But then once again in 2024, off the rip, Vitality dismantled TWOB and sent them back in the lowest bracket. Vitality, for them, they just want to continue their consistent run inside of the tournament, which is quite flawless so far. But for TWOB, they're looking for the revenge. They're looking for the vengeance. Will they be able to find that in the finals itself? When it matters the most, it's still a question to be answered for the upcoming time.
I am thinking maybe they'd be able to do so, but yes, against Anthem, specifically in control, they did look a little bit shaky. So if you're just comparing that, I still feel that the run of Vitality was flawless.
I mean, you've got Sams, you've got Bros, you've got Burns, then you've got Jokos on the sniper. Man, it's a stacked lineup. It will be tough for TWOB to face off against them, but hey, it is what it is. You got to give your best shot against the best too. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the finals will be there, but after this short break.
And I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what it's meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Yeah, I'm a work through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me. How'd I turn pain into energy? Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, now I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true. Where everything you want can be yours. If and only if you're willing to work for them. You're willing to hurt for them. But most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what is meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt. Push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test. Like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed. So now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt. Cause I know my worth. And I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me. How'd I turn pain into energy? Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose a game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no
Welcome to the place where dreams come true. Where everything you want can be yours. If and only if you're willing to work for them. You're willing to hurt for them. But most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look, I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast. I wouldn't play with me, baby. The way that I'm training is crazy, and I do it daily. You wanna talk about drive? I got more drive than Mercedes. I've never been lazy. I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You wanna compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. Look, I don't want anyone's sympathy. I understand what is meant for me. I give my focus and energy. If it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. But mentally, I'm undefeated. They hear that and say I'm conceited. Like there's no reason. Like I don't beat them and come back again just to teach them that when you work under pressure, you reach higher measures. They'll try and bring you down, but you cannot let them, and only get better and focus on cheddar. Eye on the prize and you'll become a legend. Like, when I'm in the room, it's a red alert. You want to compete? Well, get better first. I got 10 toes in the dirt, push through the hurt just to show them my worth. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I never stress. I know what's next. I'm who they test, like we playing chess. But I'm unimpressed, so now let me flex. Ha. Yeah, I'ma work through the struggle and hurt, cause I know my worth, and I gotta be first. Ha. Yeah, I gotta be first. They don't know what's gotten into me, how'd I turn pain into energy. Through all the struggle and hurt, remember my worth, and that's why I gotta be first.
I'm on the mission, snap any minute, casually winning. Stop tripping on me, stop dissing on me. Yeah, I got a dream, can't take it from me. My fire's burning, I'm always learning. Tell me where to go, man, I'm on a journey. Yeah, I can't explain it, I get excited. Keep it 300, King Leonidas. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. I don't got the time, put me in, coach. I've been going hard, time to let it show. Everything raw, give it to me now. Let me have the spot, man, it's going down. Gotta get it here, I don't wanna wait. Take what I want, then I go train. Gotta get a win, I won't lose the game. This is my year, I ain't gonna break. Strap in, cause it's gonna be a long ride. Working on me every single day and night. There comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
The Snapdragon Pro Series powered by Samsung Galaxy is brought to you by Snapdragon Elite Gaming, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Monster Energy, and DHL.
After a weird end to that previous series, now it's time to move on to the finals of the challenge season of Group A itself, where Vitality will be facing off against TWOB, where it's a chance for TWOB to make the revenge come through. But for Vitality, they need to continue this flawless streak of wins. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Snapdragon Pro Series, where, of course, I'm going to be a host and caster. But before we move on with the show and the matchup, we got to give a huge thanks to our sponsor, Snapdragon Elite Gaming. When winning matters the most, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, AI is here, Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and level up your career with DHL. With that being said, once again, it's going to be Shai Shanu joined alongside with me on the panel, and now we're finally moving inside of the finals, man. How you feeling?
I'm excited. I mean, I really wanted to see this matchup come forward again. I've been mentioning how this is a match made in heaven. Vitality, TWOB could go anywhere. Every single time we have seen Vitality dominating, but in playoffs, it's always TWOB to come out on top with a win. But let's see if it happens this time, because of course, with the addition of Sams, you mentioned this team is looking flawless.
I mean, exactly. You have to agree on the fact that Sam's addition has brought in so much more firepower to the Vitality, and then even Joko's doing the IGLing. Vitality just seems a little bit more aggressive. Yes, before they were tactical, but now they just seem a little bit more on the aggressive side of things. So for TWOB, they're going to be facing off against an assertive team.
And with Abyss, Cyro, Ignite, Master, Extinct, I think so they should be able to pull it off. But yes, it's going to be difficult, an uphill battle at the end of the day, because TWOB is the only team that have basically dropped the map here. And not just one map, of course, in total of 4, wherein 3 they dropped against Vitality themselves, 1 against Sui Esports. On the other side, Vitality have been looking flawless all across the board.
As I mentioned, for Vitality, continuing this flawless streak matters a lot. But you know what? It's time for the big icebreaker now. Let's move forward and look at the map video, ladies and gentlemen. This is where everything will be revealed. And Hacienda is going to be picked by Vitality off the rip. And then, of course, it's going to be Slum. And we're going to see Crossroad strike. Slums, this is the first time to see Slums over here inside of this entire 2024 season.
Yeah, and I have had a few leaks and information about how TWOB were basically scrimming on their off match to try and make them even more strong. So that would potentially be one of the reasons why they've picked up Slums for themselves, to try and pick an off map and catch the members of Vitality off guard. They always pull out these kinds of shenanigans. But again, Crossroad Strike is a map which every single time in all of the previous encounters have been won by none other than Vitality. And I have mentioned it, the team that takes the control will potentially take the entire series. So I think so Vitality would be able to win it, but in a 3-2.
Understandable. I know why you're trying to say this, but once again, this is going to be the first time ever where we're going to see Vitality play off on Slums.
Yes.
And this is the new and revamped Vitality, where Jokos is the one IGLing. Sam's is sort of like that missing piece of puzzle that they have finally gotten, so the firepower is much more better. And somewhere down the line, that might just give them the upper edge in the map of Slums. But you never know. Maybe TWOB, they've got something cooked up in the back lines, and I just want to see what that's going to be. But off the rip, we're going to kick things off with Hacienda, one of the most classic maps, ladies and gentlemen. And do let us know, which team do you guys think will be the one to win this finals? Because I personally think it's going to be Vitality 3-0. I mean, hey, it's just my prediction.
Okay. That's some bold statement out there, 3-0 Vitality. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from, because Sam's addition, as we've been mentioning time and time again, and Joko's IGLing has given enough room to burn in bros to basically just let loose and do whatever they really want to. Vegas as well, providing that crucial support, pops off from time to time. So it's totally understandable. On the other side as well, if Master is feeling himself, if Extinct is feeling himself, as well as Abyss steps up for his team, you know TWOB are taking it home. And that's why I think so. I still would agree with you that Vitality might take it home, but TWOB will at least take 2 maps away from them. So it should be a 3-2, probably the first series that will go for all 5 maps. But hey, you may never know. We are up for a roller coaster ride, that's for sure.
That is for sure. Things might just be really close, ladies and gentlemen, but do let us know even in the chat, which team do you guys think will be the one to send the other team packing back home? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Vitality versus TWOB. It's going to kick off as we move inside Hacienda. And Vitality, as I mentioned, for them, it really matters to continue this flawless streak, while for the opponents, TWOB, they need to retain their respect and they need to retain their spot that they deserve.
Yes, the revenge is a dish, best served gold, and that's what TWOB are looking forward to. And with those early trades, they are trying to come in with a stock statement. Ignite is the one who is the first one to pop off. Sams was shut down, but Burns is there. Burn and TWOB turns around and gets another one.
Exactly, off the rip. I mean, we're seeing a lot of the kills just happening back and forth, but then another man, Joko, steps up once again. Extincts and his teammate just stopped. TWOB, their combos and the set play somewhere down line is also keeping them back in the run. And TWOB off the rip, they're getting so many of these points. It's a really good news for them. Vitality just stuck on that one single point, not able to get their hands on this point in general. And Vitality might just start to suffocate to their death. They need to be quick enough to take the point control in their hands. But what? TWOB striking down anyone that stands on top of this point.
Every other time we have seen these two teams collide at Hardpoint, we mostly see TWOB coming out on top, but this time around, 36-2, that's actually a very solid domination. That too in the P1 itself, and their rotation towards P2 is also looking pretty solid. The man in 3 taken down. No way for Bros to find any value, but towards the Bs, that's a good flick, but Burns is the one who wins out that fight.
Indeed, another man taken down, but then you can see TWOB once again back with a 1-2 combo. That's a really good thing. Vega's able to reply back as well. Abyss with a quick 2-piece. Vitality on the site. Shut down the objective once again. Seems like it's going to be slipping away from their hands. And TWOB, what? It is a course of action that none of us saw coming, but TWOB, they're running away with the points flow, but hold on, Vitality, they gain the control back, 9 points accumulated, but then instantly shifts over once again in the hands of TWOB.
They're just demolishing everyone, and specifically on the back of Lurk by Extinct, who was making sure he's being a thorn. Now a couple of different angles Vitality can flood in from. Back and forth trades, Burn and Bro striking down a Abyss and Master, who gets taken down. 3k already for Bro. That's a phenomenal start for his side. But at the end of the day, as you mentioned, control being shifted back and forth. Vitality will get the scrap, wherein rotation is also being pulled off. Master, that's a good off angle.
Once again with this graph pop 156 match, we're starting to pop off as well. Abyss able to find Vegas too. Joko's trying his best to bring his team back in the race, but the points in the outskirts are quite tough.
Oh my goodness.
If you're not the initial one on the point itself, Vitality, they get the control back in their hands, but the War Machine is dealing a lot of damage. Extinct's able to find some of these multi-kills, is really helping his team, but then from the back as well, Vitality stabbing him. Beautiful stuff done. Still, it's quite back and forth. TWOB, they're just running away with a massive lead on Vitality. All they're left is being stunned completely by TWOB. Vitality, they cannot lose out on this hard point. And somewhere down line, even they're starting to overthink a couple of things here. Bro's able to reply back. Burns able to strike down as well. But the problem is, Samson's not able to find his groove.
That is definitely a problem. Equalizer as well available for Ignite. He's making sure that the next money hill is going to be where he's going to utilize it. And that's all the close fights on the next one. So it's going to be troublesome. Joko's with the Annihilator as well, trying to find some value. And the rotation is already there from TWOB. They're okay to give out the last few seconds of scrap to Vitality. They don't care about it. They want the bigger picture. They want the next money hill.
Of course. Vitality, though, still keep this thing in mind. They're not that far away when it comes to the overall scoreline.
Oh my goodness.
And oh my god, of course, the Equalizer once again finding so much value. He is a farmer. He's farming every single player from the side of Vitality that just stands against him. Sam's once again able to get a 2-piece on the kill feed. Zyro able to shut down as well. Sam's just keeps him popping off over and over again. Sam's, it finally seems like he's able to find himself in that group, but he gets stopped by that War Machine. The amount of kills he got with that Equalizer is insane.
You got a 5-piece on the back of it, but on the other side, the Claw as well from the hands of Sams. We always see Claw finding a massive value in this exact corner, but Burrows is the one who gets taken down. Burn on the other side will be getting in that trade. Annihilator for Master. The question is when he's going to pull it off. The money hill going back and forth yet again. TWOB for now controlling it. Will be dealt with as well as Master. He's the only one standing. Will be taken down. Abyss goes in for 1-for-1 trade too. Sams is the man who is stepping up.
As I mentioned, Sam just needs to get back in the groove, and he's found that groove as well. For a while, it's a little bit of a halt when it comes to getting those kills as well. Another man shut down, and yes, the silent breaks out into complete chaos. Even Sam's able to shut down Extincts once again, but TWOB winning with the majority of the duels, just keeping them at the top, 72-99. Vitality not that far away, but now TWOB, they've crossed the three-pointer marker. Vitality really starting to get this reality check that was not really supposed to be theirs, but somehow TWOB is handing out some insane shots to them. Vitality once again getting the upcoming objective control, is now letting the points flow once again back in the court for themselves.
Oh, what a cover!
109 points accumulated by TWOB, while Vitality, they've got 80.
Close, yes indeed, but Vitality are the one who are getting a lot of points. Indeed, the cover was good from the side of TWOB, but that's not enough. They still need to find more trades. Controlling the hill for a few seconds, but the Hunter Killer, I don't think so it's going to find anything. But the rotation is also kicking in. Sans, Bros, Jokos, everyone winning their trade. It's always back and forth between these teams though. If there are 3 kills going in for Vitality, you know TWOB is going to answer back. But again, this match has gone way too close for comfort at all. Zyro finds an off angle. Switchblade in his hand. That's a solid skin as well. And they will be focusing on the next money hill, but the spawn is, for now, in favor of TWOB.
Yeah, Bro is able to find that quick 2-piece, then even Joko's on the objective itself, able to get 2 of his own. Vitality, okay, here we go, the mow down begins, even the outskirts is now starting to get cleared out.
Equalizer.
Vitality winning some of these duels, once again the equalizer's pulled out, War Machine in his hands as Ball, and now is able to get a triple kill. It's Ball, what am I seeing?
Oh, nice shot.
Master replying back though, at least the War Machine shut down for now, but Vitality, they're on the lead. And TWOB, with all the lead they had initially, it's being now starting to fade away. Vitality, good job.
And they are the ones who are now leading the charts. And this is again on the back of the operators that they had saved up. A perfect utilization of all of them. And on the other side, there's absolutely nothing to answer apart from just sheer gunfights. That is all.
You really got to give it to the players of TWOB for making this super competitive inside of the Hardpoint. TWOB, the amount of duels they won in the initial phase of the game is really now still keeping them in the race to 129 to make that to 130. Just 10 points shy from actually capitalizing and compromising against the players of Vitality. Well, Vitality, they will need to continue this massive lead that they had before. The problem is the continuation is not being found by the players of Vitality just yet. Vegas able to shut down Abyss on the way. Even Sam's is being able to get taken down. TWOB 3 kills back to back, make that 4. These multi-kills from the players of TWOB really just making sure that they're going to be counting out the players of Vital.
Yes, and it's going to be vital as well for them to break through this defensive setup. Annihilator in the hands of Master, it found the important value that it needed, and he's still kicking more. Vegas with the nade as well as now with the weaponry. I believe he's operating the Purifier for now. He needs to find more value, and Bros and Sams are there for the support. Perfect one indeed, but a lot of points being taken by TWOB, and they get in the lead of 2 points. This is going to go at least 250 and 240.
Vegas was there too. Vegas now, hold on, start to pop off once again. Abyss shut down. Abyss, he gets the return train out of Vegas though, but still, it's really not going to matter. Vitality, 158 points accumulated. Just a little bit of a more lead in their hands. And now also looking forward to contest the upcoming point. But already the players of TWOB, but they're on that point itself. Burns, even he's trying to fight back, and as you mentioned, now it's time for the Money Hill as well. So, of course, Vitality will try to go for this entire comfort zone that they want, but then Zyro able to mow down the players in quite a great fashion. A quick 2-piece, and that too, the crucial one.
Hunter Killer was thrown out, but Vegas and Jokos as well coming back in track. Zyro's Hunter Killer found the value. Claw is also available for Zyro if he really wants to use it. Question is when. That's going to be, oh my goodness, Jokos gets a 3K.
Oh my god, that important 3K from Joko. It's even the Predator missile being pulled out by Zyro, finds Burn, but that's the only kill he's going to be finding. 168 and 177 in the hands of TWOB. Once again, the lead's back in their hands, and TWOB, how are they making this series super competitive? Oh my god, this is not the course that we saw in the previous time, but now that TWOB is completely changing the tides, Vitality, it just feels like they have been stunned so far. 174, once again, Vitality close to capitalize on that lead, but TWOB, they just want to continuously maintain that. 179 to 177, Vitality not that far behind.
I like the decision making from TWOB. Did not commit their operators onto this one. Will potentially wait for the Garage Money Hill to utilize all of them. Claw is also available for Zyro, so he wants to make sure that he will have that long control over towards the balcony. Extincts as well, winning out his trade. All they need to do is deny a lot of points to Vitality. That's all. TWOB as well. I love their decision making. Vitality are doing the exact same thing. A couple of operators in their back pocket as well as a couple of score streaks. That's about it. It's just going to be a sheer gunfight, sheer firepower, and the team that has the upper control, the balcony control, is going to win out in this hill.
Oh man, Master shutting down Sam's wall, and even Joko is taking care of Ignite in return. TWOB's bodies are now starting to drop on the floor, but still they have crossed the 200 points marker. And that's going to keep him in the mental edge of things.
Money Hill.
Vitality, though, still just winning majority of these fights, and that's a really good thing for them. Predator Missile being pulled out. Maybe he can find at least a 2-piece, but no! Instead, he does not even find a single pick with that. Master able to shut down Joko's Burning Bros once again. Back in action with the help of Vegas.
Brilliant move by Vegas. He gets a 4K. Make it a 5. This man is unstoppable. We were hoping to see TWOB with their operators, but it's just Team Vitality brutally murdering all of them. But wait a second, Zyro finally pulls out his claw as well, finds a massive value of 3K on the board, extings with the 2K. They've got the spawn that they needed. They've also eliminated the main threat, and their player number 4, Ignite, is already standing there. Everyone's going to be spawning in at that perfect place. But Vegas again comes out on top with a couple of kills.
This is way too close for comfort, ladies and gentlemen. Vitality now really being handed out a reality check. I mean, they did dominate things before, but this one, once again, it won't be able to pull off that easily. And now look at Vitality just starting to float on side of the pint, but it's TWOB just stopping them in their tracks. Vitality getting dismantled, getting eaten alive. They're trying their best to fight back. Even the War Machine's dealing a lot of damage against the players. But for how long can they actually stand tall? That's the main question. In the outskirts, there's Extinct. He's able to catch one of the players, and he just continues that domination once again. This TRH in his hands is now starting to cause a lot of problem for the players of Vitality. But finally, he gets stopped in the tracks. Joko shuts down Extincts. So far, Bros and Vegas have been the main playmaker for the side of Vitality, but they need to pop off a little bit more, even better.
Yes, indeed. They had no idea that Sam's as well as another player was spawned behind them. Vegas finds a good trade too. So it's going to be a problem for the side of TWOB. 237 and 214. This hill is going to be super contested. And the team that has got that balcony patio control will be the one to have the advantage. The equalizer. It's answering something else, and Ignite. It's just deleting everyone from Vitality. This is supposedly the last push from their side, and a brilliant one.
Yeah, the equalizer, of course. It found a lot of those crucial values too, and what? It's going to be TWOB to take the first hardpoint in their hands. And what was that? Vitality. This is something even they would not have expected. As I mentioned, Vitality would probably want to continue their flawless run inside of this entire series, but then TWOB, they just pull off a big upset. And this time, off the rip, they shut down Vitality on the hard point. Hacienda taken over by TWOB, and also with a stark statement. Now the question still remains, will Search and Destroy be the same way?
Told you, man. I told you before the series began, it would potentially be TWOB to get a couple of maps for themselves, specifically starting from Hacienda, because it has been there, one of the strong maps. And considering the fact that they've also picked Apocalypse after this, I mean, at the bare minimum, this series is going to that 4th map. That's what I feel, because Vitality, since you already asked me the question about SND, I think should be able to pull off the next SND. That's what I feel. But the control could go anywhere. So the next hardpoint is 100% confirmed. I'm giving my prediction right now.
I guess we're seeing the same teams back from the DreamHack once again.
True.
Somewhere down line, Sam's, yeah, definitely he had those pop-off moments, but not enough, man. This is not what Sam's is known for. Sam's has created such a persona that he's supposed to dominate whoever stands against him, but this time, Vitality definitely were losing out on a lot of those crucial fights that needed to be won, and that's where TWOB were gaining the advantage, not just in the points, and also the mental aspects of things. And you can see off the bat, Vitality, they were just getting dismantled by TWOB. It was just a series of kills in the kill feed by the name of TWOB.
The operator usage was brilliant. The understanding of where Vitality is coming from was brilliant. Everything, it was just so perfect. And it is not from one side. Even Vitality had all the idea in the world where TWOB would be. They were also going in for the exact same rotations. The only main key difference was over the fact who gets the perfect timing. Ignite, I mean, that man was just popping off like anything. Burns from the other side. We saw a couple of times that it came down to those crucial 1v1s to get that spawn control. And the one who won the fight between them was the one who provided his team a better spawn. And that's where we always turned in those money hills. The way that hill control was also broken by TWOB when Vitality maintained it, I mean, that's mind-blowing.
I mean, once again, off the bat, it was TWOB with the advantage. Then in the mid phase, Vitality stole it over from them. And then later on in the late game, once again, TWOB started to run away with that lead. So it was a bit of a back and forth type of series, but I just feel like Vitality were more stunned by seeing such more of a refined TWOB, because the way they faced off against TWOB in the first day itself, it's not something that they're seeing once again over here on day 3.
Yeah, that's entirely different. Entirely different. It's like a heads and tails of a coin. And flipping over its head, and look at the amount of kills from both the sides. Saz was not popping off. My god, 45 kills by the man. It was Bros as well as Vegas who were having some troubles, but I can't even say that because they were getting so many kills as well on the board.
It was, I mean, I thought that Sams was not able to get a lot of kills, but then if you look at the kill feed, I mean, his name wasn't really able to pop off that much, right? It was Joko's who was actually putting up a lot of numbers, including Vegas too. But I guess Sams was also doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Man, he's got 45 kills, but somewhere down the line, well, Bros needs to step up. The Burning Bros, they need to be back inside of the action.
Here's the thing, you know, Sams was consistently getting those kills. It was that we were only seeing those multi-kills after multi-kills. Not just from one side, but from both the sides. So that's why Sam's kills were basically hidden behind all of them. That is what I think might have happened. But yeah, even Bros, you can say potentially Bros, Vegas were on the lower end of the spectrum. But look at the side of TWOB, man. Everyone, again, starting from 39 itself, ending at 34 kills, a maximum difference of 5. Everyone was performing so flawlessly from their side.
Of course.
And it came down to the crucial main mission of Hardpoint, and that is to be in the hill itself and get those points. That is where TWOB won.
And now the upcoming map is going to be the map of slums. Another off pick from the side of TWOB. And just to let you guys know, Hacienda was picked up by Vitality.
Yes.
And now that we're moving in the map pick off TWOB, somewhere down the line, we got to give the benefit of the doubt to TWOB because it is their map pick. So they're probably cooking something up in the back lines. But then once again, as I mentioned, it's a little bit of a new lineup from the side of Vitality. Not exactly all the players are new, but still, IGL being changed, you can say the main thought process of the team definitely changes as well.
Yes.
And the playstyle can also be affected a little bit. Not the core playstyle, I'm just saying a little bit of the overall playstyle can be affected. But then Sam's addition as well in Search and Destroy has been of the essence. It's been a crucial one. Even Joko is able to find so much value with that Locust.
I mean, so much value, yes, I would agree. And the fact that you've also got a fragging IGL, that's a pretty solid thing. GODLIKE has the same thing as well. With Learn as the IGL, he steps up whenever he's needed to be. Most of the times, yeah, you see him laid back in the backseat, letting his teammates do the trick, do the thing. But whenever the team needs him to be, he always steps up. So that's what is happening with Vitality itself. But I'm not taking anything away from TWOB this time, because the way they were able to pop off, if they continue this on SND, they will secure it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As we move inside of slums, this Search and Destroy still is quite a big question mark. Who's going to be the one to close it off? Because TWOB, they're kicking things off with the defending side, and Vitality with the attack. And off the rip, Vitality looking forward to assert some dominance as Bros is able to find a quick 2-piece on the board. Master returns back with 1, but that leaves us in a 4-on-3.
You mentioned about the Locust, it found the value, and that too directly in that side alley. Sams as well gets another pick. So this first round is going for Vitality, unless we're going to see some crazy 1v4 play. That does not seem to be happening.
Oh my god!
Wait a second. Alright. Alright. But that flick was something else.
Oh my god. Yeah, the man just got slapped to his death right there.
A killer flick, metaphorically and literally. Alright, Jokers were there to close things out with the Locust in his hand. We're still seeing a double sniper setup coming in from Vegas as well as Jokos. So they will be playing slow, they will be holding the ground.
And both of them are playing Locusts, right? Maybe it's something about slums and Locusts, I guess.
Maybe. Or Vitality and Locust.
Hold on. Sniper battle was there. Vegas in the front lines. Bros once again finds the opener. This man is able to enter inside of the site, find the opener. And on the back of that, Vitality is really able to get that big sigh of relief that is needed. Search and destroy so far just completely one-sided. Yeah, Bro's being shut down, that's a good news, but still the trades back and forth. It is going to be favoring the players of Vitality. It's a 4-on-1.
Vitality love playing on the off map, so I'm still not quite sure why TWOB would be the one to pick that map for themselves.
I mean, the same thing can be said for TWOB as well.
I wouldn't exactly say they love playing on it. They've been scrimming on it. Yes, that is true. But in terms of how well Vitality have refined it, I think so they are a step ahead. And it clearly shows that.
And considering it is also sort of like that retuned Vitality.
Yes.
So it is bringing in that surprising effect as well, maybe.
Yes.
And yeah, just look at Vitality. Once again, it's Sam's this time to start things off. He gets one kill. Yeah, it is a 4v4, but the plant's down. And look at Sam's is already pushed up so close and personal. Just went for one of the man to peek out. He gets the advantage, but he still somehow gets strike down. It was the sniper in the front lines, which is understandable. Vegas with a quick two-piece as well. Important kills. Master and Ignite instantly put to sleep. Another man to the front lines. And what was that shot? Extinks. Shuts down Vegas too. Yeah, not able to get a lot done, but still, that was such a quick flick.
How is he always getting these neck-breaking flicks or wrist-breaking flicks? You can say thumb-breaking flicks. That is just crazy. Super crazy. Still Vitality with 3-0 lead. So this does seem to be the case where they will potentially move forward in this S&D if this thing continues. TWOB need to find an opener.
Indeed, they need to.
Stacking a lot of players up towards the A side, but B is where the bomb was planted.
3-0. Vitality really now starting to make a stark difference, actually, in the scoreline. While TWOB, all they can do is just see Vitality move up. And yeah, once again, just winning majority of these gunfights. As I mentioned, Vegas, even in the previous Hardpoint, he was there. Even inside of this Search and Destroy, Vegas is able to win a lot of the majority of the fights. Locust in the hands, just going for the random flicks at this point. Joko's just waiting for that single peek. But I highly doubt the flick's going to be seen. Yeah, Extinks. He's just had no other option because the time was taken away.
Packed up in the gift and sent back home.
Not exactly. They still have a couple of more rounds.
I mean, they were doing that animation, so I just wanted to say it like that. That's the finisher animation out there. But either ways, that's 4-0 start. Vitality on the map pick of TWOB are the ones who are firing on all 5 cylinders.
Okay, Nade from the side of Bros once again kicks things off at a great note, but at least the trade's going to be there. Ignite shuts down Bros. So far, it's TWOB just in a big sign of concern and a big sign of worry. They just do not exactly know what Vitality's trying to pull off, but hold on. Shotguns in the hands of Master are able to find so much value, and that's quite essential. A 1v2 upcoming, another man taken down. Dual being isolated, and what? Joko's shuts down both of those players, a 1v2.
If I'm not wrong, there was also a smoke in his face. That is just insane. That is insane. Are we going to see a 7-0?
Maybe. Maybe. With how things are looking like, there's definitely a solid chance we might.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the kill feed. Just in the favor of Vitality. Once again, it's a 2-on-3. And you've got some of the dead lead players still alive. Joko's, Burns. Yeah, you just can't.
That's a 0-on-3.
And now we're going to be switching sides too, where Vitality will be on the defending side of things. So the struggles once again increase even more. TWOB, this just keeps on getting worse and worse increasingly.
I'm still surprised as to why Slums. Yet again, Vitality, they're shining like anything. You give them those 2 Locusts in their hands, and every single round they've found a pick, or at least 2 on the back of it. Look at the amount of space they've already taken. Sams as well as Bros, controlling all the area, making sure there's no one pushing B. They've also got Vegas towards A. And then there's Joko's watching that mid.
Oh my god, all the way in the back lines the man is. And also, yeah, a couple of shots being taken against him. Burns and Joko's reply back in tandem. 3-on-5, Vitality just making this map so far completely one-sided, and TWOB once again playing it super defensive all the way in the back lines. The sniper finds that glimmer, more than enough to shut him down. Joko's Perfect shot onto Ignite, put to sleep. Another man's going to be following the same footsteps, and what is he exactly doing? I don't understand. Even though he knows that there's a sniper in the front lines, he's still almost walked into his own death. Master taken down as well. It's a 1v4, nothing much can be done, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. One of the quickest search and destroys that we've seen so far. Vitality make it completely one-sided. Yeah, I think so. From now on, this is going to be Vitality's domination. They were just pissed off the first hard point.
If the Crossroad strike as well go in their favor, then I potentially think it could be a 3-1. But yeah, it totally depends. Apocalypse is going to be that next hard point play. Hacienda did went in for the side of TWOB, but yeah, the Crossroad strike, I think that every single time these two teams have collided onto that map, we all have seen it go in favor of Vitality. So TWOB would have to defy all the odds, all the statistics every single time, because it could go for a 3-2, but then again, Vitality is the one who seems to be winning statistically. That's the nerdy part of me saying.
I mean, as you mentioned, statistically, that's what's been happening, and us as analysts, we need to rely on the stats itself. So, yeah, as the stats say, that Crossroad strikes have been, majority of the times, being favored by the players of Vitality, so anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen, because, once again, Hardpoint was taken away on Vitality's pick itself.
True.
Vitality was the one who went for the pick on Hacienda. Now, Crossroad strikes, of course, Vitality, technically, they're supposed to have the upper edge, just like we thought in Hacienda as well. But are they really going to have the upper edge? Maybe TWB are packed up and ready. But maybe Vitality, considering they got the reality check on Hardpoint itself, maybe Vitality, they have woken up from their sleep.
Highly possible. I mean, 7-0 against TWOB on slums. Yeah, that's a stark statement, as you mentioned already. So, I am expecting Vitality to be firing on all 5 cylinders, as I previously said as well. They are not stopping at all. But Crossroad strike is going to be pretty troublesome. So, the only way for the side of TWOB to make it to the map 5 is going to be to steal away the pick of Apocalypse. And it's, again, an off pick. Normally, we only see GODLIKE picking it up, only because their macros and micros on that map is just flawless. Again, flawless like Hacienda. So, any other team, it's basically an off pick for them. And we have seen Vitality having that advantage in the off pick map. So, in terms of this map pool, I think so, yeah, it could potentially be a 3-1 until and unless we see another map being stolen away.
I mean, or maybe we might just see this control being super close.
Maybe.
Anything can happen, just like how TWOB unfortunately went really close against Anthem. But genuinely thinking, with how the previous control went with the Anthem, it was not supposed to go that up close and personal. So I still think so that Vitality should be able to get this one easily in their hands. It should be a piece of cake, in my opinion, for Vitality to latch onto. But for TWOB, if they do want to counter Vitality, something needs to be pulled out of the box.
In terms of Hardpoint, we've seen, yes, even though there were not a lot of kills on board, we were seeing a couple of multi-kills, not from one side, but from both the sides. But at the end of the day, in terms of the kills specifically talking, not about the points, it was the side of Vitality winning. And we know that this is going to be played just like how we normally see all of those, those TDMs. So we'll be quickly jumping into the map.
Exactly. Time to move on towards the Crossroad strikes, ladies and gentlemen, as this control's going to be pretty much the lifeline for TWOB. If they do lose out on this control, Vitality once again will gain the momentum and the advantage that they were looking for. And off the rip, we're seeing a couple of trades happen back and forth. TWOB as well, getting the kills in their hands, 27-25. Vitality getting the advantage, make that 24-27. It's not a good news if TWOB, they let the players of Vitality run away with a big lead off the bat. This is really going to haunt them in the later stages.
Look at the position of Joko's. I mean, man had Locus in his hands, finally was shut down. Trying to flush all the players to be spawned in directly towards the crane area, to be basically funneling them on towards the A side. That is pretty problematic, but finally, alright, TWOB dealt with all the players. Now it's close, 21 and 19. Not a lot of difference. Another few trades going in back and forth, but it's Vitality now coming up all on top in that kill feed as they all respawn and take control of the map.
Oh my god, beautiful stuff. 20-14. A stark difference now in the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. 19-12, TWOB, they're falling apart in quite a big fashion, but hold on.
Okay.
Even they're starting to reply back in a great fashion. Shotgun in the hands of Bros is able to find some value as well, but he turns back in the nick of time, which is supposed to be the wrong timing indeed. Burns able to shut down the one player, but it's still 10 to 12 out and over. Even TWOB able to reply back in a great fashion. Joko's sniper is able to find some value, but then even Burns able to shut down Ignite, and Extinct as well being sent back home.
18 more seconds remaining, that's about it, and just 4 more lives. The pressure is all on TWOB. It should potentially be done and dusted. 7v2, make it 7v1, no time left, and that's going to be it. We made the guess about it, and it is going to be Vitality gaining the first one.
Yeah, as I mentioned, it should be a piece of cake. It should be a 3-0 in my opinion. Favoring the players of Vitality, but you still never know what the entire action's going to be looking like. First round secured by the players of Vitality. All that's needed now is to win this one as well, and that's just going to give them the mental edge and also the piece that they really need. It's sort of like the assurance that you will be winning the control whatsoever.
Progress being made towards the B. So first tick is going to be locked in. Not a lot of lives being lost, but again, a spawn trap play coming up from the side of TWOB, trying to capture everyone who are playing inside that room in mid as well as in mid top. That's going to be another pick coming in. Extinct blows himself out.
Oh my god, Vitality really starting to get picked off, and what am I seeing? Abyss single-handedly shutting down a lot of these players of Vitality. He's getting multi-kills after multi-kills, and now TWOB once again in the advantage. 20 to 21, not that far away though. Joko's Annihilator being pulled out. He's able to do some damage. 18 to 19. Still the advantage is back in the hands of TWOB. Ooh. Another quick flick onto the man of the front lines. Annihilator finds another shot as well. Joko, some insane flicks being pulled out from him. It's 16 to 15 now.
16-15, very close indeed, but not a lot. They're going to have an extra minute as well as the B will be captured. And the sniper is proving so much problem. Jokos gets another one. Hunter killer being used up. And now they are trying to go in for a spawn trap against TWOB, making sure they've got that rock control. Everyone's going to be spawned in directly towards the A, only to be funneled in by the rest of the players. And this is the kind of off angle he plays in. Finally traded down.
Overcommitment from his side. He should have just tried to play and tuck behind the cover and maybe just try and get a couple of more kills on the back of that Locust. But unfortunately went way too wide, loses his life. It's still 6 to 9, still the advantage back in the hands of Vitality, so anything can happen. Bros with the shotgun in his hands, even he gets demolished. Annihilator pulled out even by the hands of Master. He's getting a couple of kills, of course. Extinct's able to shut down Burns too, but Sam's pops off. The instant trade's going to be returning back, so Abyss once again stops him in the track itself, but then Joko's Locust is able to deal so much damage.
Oh my
God.
God.
Look at Bros as well with a quick 2-piece. He just annihilates the hopes and dreams of TWOB to win the second round in control.
And now look at the operators for Vitality. This potentially seems a 3-0 because Vitality have got everything. 3 operators for their side. Annihilator was being pulled out by Master, as you mentioned. But that again was a heavy investment. There is Claw available for Zyro. He needs to go massive, and they need to shut down all the operators of Vitality. Otherwise, they would potentially be taken care of, as there's already Claw being pulled out. Sam's is able to find a good pick. Vegas traded out. Early few trades going in back and forth, but Sam's finally shut down by Extincts.
Exactly. Sams and Burns once again doing a fantastic job. Pushing in tandem, getting those kills. Vitality just letting the players of TWOB fall in their crosshairs, and as that happens, they're actually able to come out on top as well. Vitality, Sams, and Pros, once again, this duo strikes as a couple of more players of the opponent. They just keep falling down, and Vitality, I mean, look at Zyro too. I mean, he's trying his best to keep his team back in the race, but Vitality, they're just running away with this series of kills. And look at Jokos too with the sniper in the hand. He's dealing so much damage. Yeah, he gets capitalized, but it's a little too late. And Bros now, with his hands onto this equalizer, this man is going to be dealing a lot of damage, but he gets stopped, luckily enough.
As soon as you say it, the caster's curse kicks in. That's Abyss who was able to shut him down, but on the other side, Ignite's equalizer needs to go. Behemoth gets 2 quick picks as well. Puts out the trophy system, makes sure that he's not going to be burnt alive or at least destroyed by any of those exploding utilities. 14 and 12, it's pretty close. Claw was also used up by Zyro, trying to get as much value as possible, but Vegas was able to shut him down.
Oh my god, what was that? A big blunder. The shotgun shut down. Sparrow pulled out as well by Abyss. And so we're down. Lennox Extinct's able to get a 2K. Oh my god, the amount of value this man's finding with the War Machine is crazy. And then pulls out the DRH. Once again, gets a quick 2K wrapped up as well. It's way too close to comfort. TWOB getting the lead that they really needed. Vitality losing out on the man number. What just happened? Vitality, they had the lead the entire time, but then now it's being stolen away. And some important picks by them. It's a 4-5, make it 4-4. Oh my god, Vitality, they're somehow pulling it back at the brink. Oh, it's way too tough to lost. Objective being lost out as well. Now it's time for the B.
They're fine giving it up because look at their setup coming in. Hunter Killer being sent out. It's not going to find anything apart from man in blue on one. Jokos. No, it does not even get taken down by that because the trophy system was there. That's horrible for the side of TWOB. And they need to check this corner. It's not checked. That's a 2-kill already, Vegas.
Oh my god, it's done for.
Yeah, he gets the round for his team.
Okay, well, Vitality just holding some of the crucial angles. Can he pull off a 1v4? He's got the Annihilator in his hands, but there's the man just wrapped up in the back lines as well. Oh my god, hold on. If he finds a 2-piece right here, things can be back in the court.
Abyss.
Yeah.
39 seconds.
Not a lot of time left over. Something needs to be done. The point contention they had in the hand, now it's being stolen away by the players of Vitality, which is not a good news, but still, a Beast can at least try and do something. Oh, the Nate finds one more. That's a really crucial pick. Sam shut down, 1v2, on the way, 20 seconds on the clock, need to do something. Quick moves are needed on the board as well, but Vitality just playing it on the complete patience game. There's a man named Vegas right on top, but is he actually going to go for the peak?
No.
That's the question. Abyss is moving out in the open. This might just give his position away, and yes, it does. Vegas comes out on top.
Literally and metaphorically, he was on top. And that's how he was able to close it out. Crossroad strike going in for a 3-0 in favor of Vitality. But that was a great last stand from Abyss. You can't deny that. 1v4. Gets the first one, then follows it up with a nade, almost brings it to a close. If only he decided to take the top floor steps, he would have found Vegas too.
And now we're back once again on Hardpoint. I've noticed one thing. Hardpoint and Control, Vitality, they've sort of struggled against TWOB.
Yeah.
There has been a little bit of a struggle, yes, without a doubt. Yeah, Vitality came out on top in Control. That's a whole nother thing. For now, even the momentum is in the hands of Vitality, so even that's a really good thing.
Yes.
But considering it's Hardpoint, I'm not exactly sure what the entire course is going to be looking like.
It's going to be pretty crucial to see how things will pan out now because, again, that Search and Destroy 7-0, that was where things turned around entirely. It flipped on its head and went in favor of Vitality. And to cope up with what had happened there, it took 2 straight rounds for TWOB.
Pretty much. I mean, just look at this replays, too, with the amount of these guys were able to get those multi-kills were really important, too. Master, as well, was trying his best to keep his team back in the race, but then, honestly, it was all Vitality's team play, just keeping them at the top.
For the first 2 ones, it was sheer domination, but I'll be brutally honest. Vitality, having that idea, having that control, making sure that they're the ones who will be able to take almost everyone out. That's where, in that sheer gunpower, Vitality had that upper end. But on the other side, TWOB in that third round, it was way too close for comfort. They had the advantage. But then again, the angles that were being held by Vitality in that last 4v4, that one corner kept unchecked, and that 2-pick, that was what basically sealed the deal for their side.
I'm just really impressed by Jokos, honestly. The sniper that he's using, technically everyone says that it's not exactly in the meta, considering everyone likes to use the Tundra as well, and he's still able to get so much impact done.
Yes.
And then you've got Vegas with 23 kills. Yeah, Vitality, the players are not that far behind. Maybe Sam's not being able to play that wall, which is understandable, I guess. But then if you move on to the opposite side of things, Abyss with 20, Zyro with 17, Extincts with 17, the players were almost on the equal page.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of deaths, there was only Jokos who was on 9, while on the other side, Extincts on 17. That's where basically you can see all the difference. Otherwise, yeah, not a lot of difference in terms of kills, just 1 or 2 in favor of Vitality. Had it been on the opposite side, we would have been even now in Crossroad strikes. That's what I'm thinking. But at the end of the day, what's gone is gone. You've stolen away 1 hard point. You need to do it 1 more time and then close things out on a Search and Destroy. Otherwise, it's going to be Vitality winning it out. Pressure is on TWOB.
Hardpoint is going to be the upcoming map. And as we know, the first Hardpoint was won by TWOB, so somewhere down line, I would like to give the benefit of the advantage to the players of TWOB. But then once again, considering the momentum is now in the hands of Vitality, so somewhere down the line, my mind also thinks that Vitality should be the one to run away with this entire run and just, you know, take the cake.
Potentially, that's what I think too, because on that search and destroy, the map we both were watching, 7-0, yes, that's a stark statement. We've not seen a lot of 7-0s, but that was literally one step wherein Vitality said, all right, you pick an off map, you know we've been scrimming on it, you know we've got a lot of practice of it, we are going to show you what we've been cooking up.
Isn't it kind of weird that Slums, Vitality, they have been pretty solid on that, and Hacienda, TWB has been pretty solid on that.
Yeah.
So these guys pretty much picked each other's map for them.
True.
Right? Vitality went for the Hacienda pick, and then TWB went for the Slums pick. Did they actually go for the trade or something like that? Hey, what's going on behind the scenes right there, man?
Come on.
I'm just messing around, guys. Of course, this is not how it is, but maybe, genuinely, I think so, that the players of Vitality thought that still Hacienda is sort of like the comfort zone. It's one of the most OG maps out there, so they thought that still they can run away with the Hardpoint, but unfortunately that was not the case. TWOB, they were able to win some of those crucial duels in the first Hardpoint. If that's going to be transferring on over to this Hardpoint, the question still remains.
I was really hoping for TWOB to ban out Crossroad Strike. I'll be honest about that because the statistics show something else. But hey, we've been discussing about that. Why not let's quickly move on to the next hard point. That's going to be Apocalypse.
There we go. Time to move in. And off the bat, once again, I mean, nothing really much happening here. Vega's getting a quick 2-piece in his hand, so giving his team a little bit of that early game advantage that was needed.
They would want to be spawned in towards the temple. That's what really you would want to be at. However, some trades back and forth. I wouldn't exactly say it's Vitality just steamrolling everyone. I mentioned it. They are practicing on the off maps, and that's what's happening. Abyss finally finding some trade ignite as well, stepping up, only to be quickly dealt with by Vegas. Everyone on the side of Vitality, they've got so much control, and they're pushing back TWOB so far behind, and they've actually got the far end of the stick though, spawning away way too far. But that's about it. Last 15 seconds again being contested and has been won by Vitality yet again. It seems that TWOB will potentially look to rotate towards the P2 early on.
Oh my god, Burns able to shut down Zyro. A really good pick too, 37 now. Vitality, okay, is really able to run away with this lead. 40 points accumulated. TWOB is just completely stuck on just that single point. Eight points acquired. Yeah, the single-digit marker is not really something that's going to help them when it comes to the mental edge of the game, but 41 points being accumulated by Vitality. It's really a big lead.
Pretty big lead indeed. It's going to be difficult for them to deal back with it, but Zyro, as long as he steps up, it could potentially be possible, but never mind that. How dare I say it. Vegas pulls out the Purifier. It's going to burn everyone alive! All right, shut down.
It's time to incinerate the players. Beautiful stuff. Once again, there's a shotgun in the hands, but look at Vitality. The kill feed is just filled with the players of Vitality. Can the players of TWOB even reply back? They're not even able to win any single duel at this point. And this entire Apocalypse, it just feels like, indeed, this was a big trouble for TWOB. This should have never just came through. 72 points acquired while TWB just stuck on the 16 points marker. Vegas as well, able to shut down Master. Vegas once again with that 2K. Sams pulls out the Pretty Missile. It does not find a lot of value, just takes down Abyss.
Hopper, R9 Hopper, they don't even need it. 86 points already, and we are moving towards P3. It just seems that until and unless TWOB find out a way to win out those duels and figure out where exactly the members of Vitality are playing, it might not be possible for them to win out in this one. 3 picks with a hunter-killer drone. That is something else.
It's done for. At this point, it just feels like the players of TWOB, they have cracked under that pressure. They're not even able to win any of these single duels. Yeah, one here and there, but is that really going to matter? Absolutely not. Look at Bros. This man is just mowing down the lawn. Oh my god, with the Purifier all the way from the mid, moves up close and personal, shutting down anyone that stands in his way. But at least Extinct was able to try and sort of reply back. Even Master is now starting to get a couple of more kills. A 2K from Master, make that a 3K. Extinct combos up with him, shuts down Sam 2. Vitality, hold on, maybe stop in the tracks.
There's a claw available for Zyro. The question is, when will he want to use it? They've got control of that hill. Don't have the best of the best spawns, but even after that, they're still winning out on some crucial trades. So slowly and steadily, winning forward, moving forward. Vegas was able to take Ignite down with a Pretty, and now Bros as well answering back. But on the other side of the spectrum, the early rotation being brought in by Vitality would want to have that closer left side spawn. On the other side, yet again, Abyss Master standing up a little bit. You really want them to be that pillar. You really want them to win out on those trades, but that moment was nasty.
I mean, Vitality are getting these points control, and that's all that matters, the flow of the points. And as long as you're going to have the flow of the wind in their sails, and that's all is really something you would need to fight for. Once again, the Purifier pulled out, purifying a couple of these souls, incinerating the players. And then you've got Burns as well replying back onto Abyss. Even Zyro hits the deck. This is not looking too good for TWOB. What just happened? All the firepower, it just came crashing down. Abyss as well with the Sparrow able to find 2-piece. That's a really good one. That 2K might just give them what they needed, but no, then instantly it's going to be Bros who replies back with the shotgun.
It's just some quick answers coming in from the side of Vitality. Over 108 points lead. That is mind-boggling. And look at this long lure coming in from Jokos. Was shut down finally. That's a good awareness coming in from TWOB. But they need to pull off more than just awareness. A lurk, a 3-man lurk.
I mean, at this point, you know this, I know this, it's done for. 157-40, that is way too big of a difference, my friend. I don't think so. It is recoverable at this point. The damage is being done out of hands. You cannot once again try to do anything. The players are cracked under that pressure. TWOB, yeah, finally starting to win the gunfight, so hold on. Maybe still that 2% of chance that is left over. It can be converted, but then there is a equalizer in the hands of Ignite.
Yeah, as long as it finds a lot of value, that's going to be it. And he finds another piece as well as with his Hunter Killer drone. Basically saved his own life. Trophy system is out. He's making sure that the 6 is clear. Tries to fire a few extra shots over towards that ruined scrappy area, but still could not finish out the person. That's going to be it. Another pick. Ignite is the one who basically became the anchor that this team need. How many can he get?
Oh my god.
Fortunately, not even one.
Yeah, just waste that Predator missile. That's quite important. But now, 157-84, Vitality once again in the mid phase of the game. They're starting to lose out these duels, and really TWOB getting the advantage that they needed. The shotgun in the hands of Bros is not able to find a lot of value. Once again, just holding some of the close corner angles, but he gets caught this time. Even Claw being pulled out by one of the players from the side of Vitality. How much value can he actually find? That's the real question, because TWOB, once again, they're starting to just run away with the flow points.
Seemed to be difficult, but yes, as we were mentioning, just few trays from TWOB, and that's about it. They'll be coming back in this game. Claw as well, as you mentioned, one was pulled out by Vitality, but Zyro answers back with his own, and he's making sure that there's no one coming in from Temple. Goes in for that random spam as well, but need to take care of the red room as well. That's where the major players will be spawning in, and Ignite is there for the answer. A quick jump finish as well. Zyro gets another pick. Picks up the Grau 5.56 in his hand, the gun that you really love the most, and he is answering back perfectly towards the speed 2. Is where they are making sure they get most of those points.
Oh my god, Vitality, they have been stopped in the tracks. They were just stopped in that 158 marker for such a long time. Finally, they get that hard point control, so now you can see the point flow back in their hands. But TWOB, this comeback has been insane. 121 to 166, not that far behind. TWOB really now starting to make this quite competitive. The hard point off the bat, it just felt like Vitality, they're making it look completely one-sided, but then TWOB slowly and steadily, they wrapped their heads around and knew exactly how to counter the entire Vitality, and they have been able to do so far. But then once again, Vitality, they reply back. It's just so much back and forth. TWOB in the mid phase, they got the points control, but now once again, it's being left out. Vitality are winning the majority of the duels.
Oh, good shot by Master. Almost bringing it back, but Bro's equalizer was there for the shutdown, and that's the main trouble. That equalizer has been the key for not just one, but both the teams. How well they utilize it is going to be the question. Jokos as well finds a couple of picks. In the meantime, Sam's tried to go in for that spam. Vegas answer back with his Pitchblade. And this again seems to be a Vitality hill. They're the ones who are maintaining that control. A long way rotation from TWOB, trying to find a value. Will be able to. Everyone spawning in Temple, but it's absolutely fine. It's just some scraps that will be gained by TWOB. Vitality went in for an early rotation.
Blunder, absolute blunder. Bro's able to find a quick 2K as well. Once again, hold on. Vitality for them, the damage is recoverable. For TWOB, they have got no room for error. Annihilator pulled out by Jokos. He finds that kill. Important one as well. Any kills at this point in time would really matter. And once again, another shot connects, but unfortunately the closure is not exactly there. Shotgun in the hands of Vegas as well. Let's see how much value is he going to be able to find. Even there was the War Machine, but not able to find a lot of value on the back of that, so it's a big problem. War Machine wasted. Even the Purifier was taken down quite easily. Vitality now starting to make a couple of trades on the board. It's quite back and forth. It's really tough to say. TWOB at this point, once again, the damage is out of hands.
Oh my goodness, R9. That's the reason why this is the shotgun that's preferred by almost everyone. Bros was shut down only for all of it to be followed up by Burns and Jokos.
Oh my god, it's done for.
That is phenomenal collection back from Vitality, answering back in every single front. And this hill has basically been always Vitality's area of expertise. They've secured almost all the points out there, 233 and 144. That's such a massive point difference now.
Yeah, it's a stark difference in the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. Vitality, all they need is a few more points to get the closure. It's out of the series as well, and this probably looks like a 3-1 closure. 234, not that far behind from the victory. For TWOB, they need to pull off a miraculous clutch. Can this actually come through? It might just be too much to ask for. As I mentioned, it's next to impossible to be pulled off. Predator missile as well, locked in onto one of those players, so he gets that killed. Even Bro's able to find another one. Once again, TWOB starting to make these trades happen. And TWOB, they can see their life flashing in front of their eyes inside of the tournament. That's why they're fighting till the last breath.
Burn behind that truck, he needs to be taken care of, but no, not dealt with. Abyss as well as Extincts will be trying to get those trades back and forth. 244 and 156, way too close for comfort. 15 more seconds. Operators are also being brought in, but only one remaining for Extincts. That's way too close. Just 1 second, and that is what Vitality will receive. What a game. What a domination.
In my opinion, that hardpoint was done as soon as Vitality touched that 3-point marker, and TWOB wasn't even able to just wrap up even more than 40 points. That right there was a massive mental breaker for TWOB. Yeah, still in the mid phase, they sort of did try to make a massive comeback, but it just exactly didn't work out. Because later on, once again, another points control. Vitality, they were just winning so many of these duels back to back. They were just shutting down the players of TWOB. The entire kill feed once again started to get filled up by the name of Vitality. So, yeah, for TWOB, right then and there, it was just done and dusted. Too many points. Lead is something that you should never let your opponent run away with.
They basically realized the rotation difference that was coming in. And yes, TWOB, they went in for the adaptation, but after that, at the end of the day, you know that it is also going to be countered, and we're going to see exactly that happen in the replay as well. Because again, it was starting a very early domination of Vitality, then in the mid game, as you perfectly mentioned as well, TWOB made a behemoth of a comeback. At a point, if I'm not wrong, the lead was only left for 20 points of Vitality. Now that was where we were seeing all the kill feed entirely being in yellow. But early on, yeah, it was a sheer domination by Vitality.
Now, one thing is for sure, this map is not TWOB's map. It is sort of like an off pick for them, and TWOB are not exactly known to this map that well. You can clearly see Vitality was just much more packed up and prepared. They knew exactly how to counter TWOB. They knew exactly what side to take control of at what time, and they were just coming out on top. In general, their awareness on top of this map was just better compared to the players of TWOB.
It was Extincts, the man himself, with 37 kills, has the highest in the entire lobby. Almost a very solid score as well, but apart from him, every other player was just finding a lot of struggles, even including Ignite. The only major play he was able to make was with Equalizer in his hands, and that was when we were seeing momentum flowing for the side of TWOB. But on the other end of the spectrum, Jokos, Burns, Sams, Bros, Vegas, with 34, 38, 33, 35 kills, 23 kills, that's phenomenal performance.
It indeed was. I mean, Burns and Bros, these two guys were on top of the kill feed all the time. And I think it was Bros with the shotgun as well, who was able to find so much crazy amount of value. It was Bros and Vegas. These two guys were on that R9 shotgun, and the amount of value they were able to find was insane. And that's why they pretty much sort of kept themselves down on the top.
Now this map is basically so many close corners, so many close curves,
yeah,
so many zigzag areas. Yeah, you want to have that shotgun in your hand, plus the amount of range that R9 has them. I mean, come on, that's pretty nasty as well. So they were able to utilize that to its utmost perfection. I was expecting a 3-2. Unfortunately, it is going to be a 3-1. But at the end of the day, Vitality are the ones who are the winners.
Exactly. Inside of Group A, it is going to be Vitality, ladies and gentlemen. And considering the series, it went 3-1. Unfortunately, TWOB, after losing that, they have been knocked out of the tournament. It is a big upset, of course, but something that we saw coming when TWOB were going to face off against Vitality, because even once in the past, Vitality completely dismantled TWOB, and the same thing has been repeated over here. Just the difference is that it was not a flawless victory for Vitality.
Yeah, that's a $700 still in their bank account.
Yep.
And they're also qualified for the challenge final, so it's going to be super fun to watch. But another fun thing is also going to be the matches that we will have tomorrow in Group B.
Exactly. This is the Group B bracket, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, overall, just to give you guys the rundown, AUTOBOTZ, they faced off against SICARIOS, and of course, SICARIOS lost that, so that's why they moved down in the lowers bracket. But then in lowers bracket, SICARIOS, they came out on top in their matchup, so now they have moved on forward to the round 2, the lower bracket. So in general, tomorrow will be the matches of the Group Bs, and we will see the round 2 of the Group B as well. GODLIKE will be facing off against AUTOBOTZ off the bat, and I want to see how AUTOBOTZ stands against the firepower of GODLIKE.
Let's be honest, all right? I'll be the one who's got that sharp tongue. I'll say it. If AUTOBOTZ are able to take one map away from GODLIKE, that could potentially be a massive upset. But that totally depends on how well GODLIKE would be playing. The question is, will Trunks will be there or not? But that's again all the things left for tomorrow. It's going to be a fun day for sure.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, make sure to follow all the socials that you guys see on the screen. ESL India, Nordvin Gaming, and even our socials, you know. Necro, that's been Sai Shanu for you guys. Of course, my co-caster. Before now, he will be the one to take the lead. Today's day has been quite incredible because, of course, we saw some upsets. TWOB being kicked out of the tournament as well. It's something that we did not really see coming, but now it's time for us to end the show. But before we do so, we got to give a huge thanks to our sponsors, Snapdragon Elite Gaming, when winning matters the most, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Galaxy AI is here, Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and level up your careers with DHL. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we'll see the round 2 matches of the Group B, which will be super exhilarating and exciting. So we'll see you guys tomorrow itself. It's going to be me, Necro, signing off.
Every single day and night, there comes a time when your worlds will collide. If it's holding you back, push it right to the side.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal. On another level, I will never settle. Mind over matter, get the gold medal.
Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here. Ain't got no time for no fear. I work too hard to get here.
Welcome to the place where dreams come true. Where everything you want can be yours. If and only if you're willing to work for them. You're willing to hurt for them. But most of all, you're willing to be first for them. Ha! Look. I'm going straight to the top. I don't know how I would stop, like it or not. I got some goals that I'm hitting. You hear what I'm spitting? It's hot. Look what I got. Whole lot of passion and pain. The road to success is insane. Stay out my lane, cause I'm on a mission. I'm getting what stands in my way. Yeah, I'm a beast.